upon the start of the last session of the Fall of Pride, the Phoenix Force found themselves exiting one of the entrances to the Underdark, coming across the abandoned camp of the previous party before they perished. When crossing through the camp, Yezreel stopped by Big Break's corpse and found something shining on the ground. You picked it up to find a coin, the face that winked at you as you picked it up. Not sure what it felt, and you're not sure if you imagined the wink, but you pocketed the coin anyway. After that, Aslan was able to teleport you all to the southern gates of Ravana. And from there, between the help of Raven Torley, you were able to be escorted by the guards at the south gate over to Lysandra Frostmane's library, or her estate, rather. And sure. Once you arrive to the library, it's like this. It's massive. Like, honestly, it could be a mansion of itself, but the fact that sheer almost 80% of it is like relics of the past, different forms of research and development, as well as a huge atrium full of knowledge, books, and tomes. Raven took you inside to speak with her master, Lysandra Frostmane, who you soon found out was one of the Seven Lion Pride generals. When going in there, it was revealed that you had found the Eye of Vecna, a very rare and legendary artifact that Lysandra was specifically looking for. In fact, Raven herself was looking for this eye and looking for Pythondrius, the wizard that you had killed in the Underdark prior. Before he was slain, Raven wasn't able to ask him any questions. So, returning back to Lysandra with the new information and the Eye of Vecna, Lysandra began almost berating and insulting the group for their stupid behavior, or their lack of foresight for the risks that they have put the world in. But Aslan was able to convince Lysandra to put the Eye of Vecna in his own skull, replacing one of his eyes in the process. This caused a disturbance within his own life force, changing his appearance entirely to a helephant, is what I'm going to start calling it now.
Love it.
Yes.
And we'll get 2 character appearances after the recap. But after you had settled into your body and had time to fully attune to the item, all of the Seven Lion Pride generals barged into the room, where you were all questioned by them all, but almost as if you were on relative equal standing with them. They weren't demanding that you do anything, more demanding that you figure out what to do next. It was eventually decided that the safest place to keep the eye was with the capable party, which it's now in. But you were more or less forced to find the hand of Vecna now that you have the eye. So Lysandra can either find a way to destroy it, or find a way to keep it safe from anybody who would have any ill will, I suppose. I can't think of the words. After that, you were told by geez, what's her name? Arya Windrider, the bard of the Seven Lion Pride. She basically said that the rest of the armada that was sent over by Aralas, the ones that you came 2 weeks earlier from, had just arrived this morning. And you were expected to give a speech to rally the troops and give them the new information that has passed. After some antics in town of about waiting an hour between going to different shops, trying new foods, and causing muckery, for instance, the wand of wonder.
Smiles and wand of wonder.
Yeah. Eventually, we all made our way over to Town Square, where we were able to get a relatively inspiring speech from all of the people who wished to speak during that event. Yezreel, you spoke of some of the findings and released maybe a little too much information, but enough to let loose a candy trail to be followed by the troops. And everyone else kind of pushed that point forward, and you showed off your strength as the Phoenix Force posed heroically. Now, after a night of partying and sleeping and realizing your true power, not only as a cleric, but as a druid for Gladdek and Tar, although these powers may not be fully realized and may not be completely revealed to the party as a whole, you can recognize the power that is forming within yourselves. The next morning passes, and Tar was able to arrange a delivery to stock her entire cart full of material and have it delivered to the northern gates near, I believe it was Saphira Skywing, right?
Yes.
Where your cart will be waiting for you and can be delivered once proper notice is given. But part of your conversation with Lysandra that Raven was given towards the end of that night, she was told that there is a tome that contains ancient tellings of potentially some passages about Vecna or the eye or hand of Vecna, but it hasn't been proven to be a worthy source. Well, one, because there's only one in existence, and two, the only stories of it seem to be either stretched or untruthful. Regardless, your current quest as the Phoenix Force is to find one large, flawless diamond, one black shadow dragon's wing, and this tome. So, around 9 o'clock in the morning passes by, where the entire group has met at the northern gates of Ravana to go forth on their journey. This is where we will start the next session of the Fall of Pride.
Yes.
As we all gather up towards the gate, Yezreel, with no surprise to anyone, you are always the first to arrive. Punctual by nature, and maybe it's your political training. But please, give a description of what your character looks like, as well as Ethereal's.
So, Israel is wearing his dark, almost kind of skin, like tightly, like dark tight cloak, and just kind of leather armor, only showing just his face with the cloak up, as well as there is a kind of bandana right below his neck for him to be able to pull up to hide his face.
You didn't get me.
As for Ethereal, she is a large spider with a saddle on top.
A large spider?
A large spider.
Oh,
Large enough for Yezreel to ride on.
Right on, of course. God damn it. Ugh. So do you have like a cute little spider saddle on it or something?
Yeah, it's just a little saddle. It's just kind of there's a little loops around each of the legs, as well as kind of a almost a seat belt type of thing on the saddle, so that way don't fall off when climbing up walls.
You just strapped in, apparently.
Yeah, and that is what Yezreel is on currently.
Before we go to the next territory, I do need to recant something in the recap. I made a mistake with the tome. Raven was actually told about the compass of location, which would help her find a journal entry depicting where these Vecna items are. My bad. Compass of location is what you're looking for.
It's like what Jack Sparrow has.
Yep.
No.
That's actually directly where the item was inspired.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So, we will go to Tar, and then I will have Clarissa give a description when she gets here.
Okay, so Tar's coming in next.
Yes, you're walking up with Dahlia.
Okay, perfect. I posted a picture of her outfit, of what she looks like. That's the only thing you've ever seen her in. You've never seen her remove the armor. It has a lot of light brown colors with the thick hide with scale mail around her waist is a dark brown. The metal itself is all the metal plating of this armor has a Damascus steel kind of look to it. With little darts of black through the dark silverish colors. And her visor is actually covered by a black metal mesh net, so you can't really see the inside of her helmet if you look directly in.
Okay. I'm getting some Star Wars vibes from that helmet. I like it.
Thanks, Kylo Ren inspired.
Sure, okay, I can see it. What's that little creature there you got?
Oh, that's Tofa. That's her pet
that's
Dilo.
Tofa?
Yeah, it's her Dilo.
Oh, dude. I don't know. For some reason, I thought you had a dog. I don't know.
Nope, she's a dinosaur that hunts at nighttime with clicky noises.
Wow.
Then, behind Tar, we'll have Cain. Are you currently in costume?
No, because we're kind of in travel mode, and I'll also say I'll show up with Gladdek.
Okay, yeah. So, Cain Maxwell and Gladdek Earthforge. You see Tar and Dahlia kind of strolling up close to the gates, and you follow quickly behind. Describe your characters. And Penelope is waiting for you at the gate.
You can go first. Done.
Gladdek would be in traveling tunic. We'll go with like a light blue with Morden's flame on the center of it. He stands at a solid 4 foot. Pretty stocky for his height, and he has his skin has like a leathered sort of appearance from all of his time spent in the forge. One of the other prominent things that you would notice is his beard is braided, and he currently has 5 distinct rings braided into his beard. One has got a sort of like dragon scale sort of sheen to it. One of them is it looks like an iron ore. The most recent one is part of a dragon turtle shell with the name of the dragon turtle carved into it in Draconic. And then there's a very sort of like it almost glows inherently metal. If you're familiar, it would be like an elven metal. And then the final one looks to be carved from wood. But you can kind of tell from his clothing that he has pretty high standing as far as royalty is concerned. Despite it being a traveling tunic, you can tell that it's a little higher end than most people have. And resting on his shoulder as he's kind of standing there waiting to take off is his large warhammer thumper.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll be walking up next to him. What time of year is it, DM?
It is towards the end of fall, beginning of winter.
Okay, so because of being underground, I haven't necessarily had to worry about warmer clothes because it's just as hotter underground. So like, I'm gonna kind of introduce the winter version of Cain Maxwell here. He will be wearing a same color, like a white, the same color as his wife beater, but instead he'll be wearing a long sleeve turtleneck that folds up generously close to the bottom of his chin. But I'm like 5'10", so I'm a little bit of a short king. I'm like a little over 200 pounds and just like built full of muscle. And my white turtleneck is tucked into the same camo pants I wear all the time, with the black combat boots. And I have a stylish pair of black sunglasses, but this time, my winter edition, they just have, instead of being traditionally round, they have like a little bit of a point at the top. And I'm very white, pale skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, and a very sculpted chin. I don't grow facial hair that much naturally, so it's very smooth and defined. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dahlia, all that we did was do a recap, and now we're doing character introductions to remind everybody what everyone looks like. You were walking up with Tar. Can you give me a description of what Dahlia looks like?
Dahlia is a red dragonborn. Kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily say that she's like super built, but I would say like athletic body type. Pretty busty in the chestal area.
Of course.
The type of clothing that she wears though is like kind of like, I guess, the D&D version of like a loincloth tube top.
Okay.
Sure.
With
Okay.
like matching skirts. You got like different.
Like that one chick from Road to El Dorado.
I'm more thinking along the lines of, God, what the hell is her name?
Jane Morgan?
No, the chick who's seen the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie?
I have.
Ravena?
The girl that shows up. Is that her name?
Ravena? Like the bad girl? The bad guy one?
No.
The Pink Ranger?
They teleport to like a different world, and like she shows up. God, hold up. God damn it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you completely. I think I'm on the same page.
It's like, wait, I gotta find this.
I know what it is, just give me a second.
If you Google search "hot girl from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie," you will find her.
I won't. I will not Google that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't need to be seeing some of my Rule 34 stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Or just cosplayers.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of what she looks like.
Okay. And then in the rear, Raven. This is the first night.
Also Aslan.
Did you get Aslan?
We're gonna do Aslan with our last remaining guest. Raven, this was the first time in like almost 3 months where you've actually been able to sleep in a bed. You oversleep. You start getting yourself hassled and ready to go and go streaking out the window, flapping away, trying to get to the rest of the party. And in your frantic race to the gates, describe what you look like.
So I very small. I'm only 3'9". I have dark olive skin, and my hair is white, and my eyes are like a bright emerald green color.
Do you have like a pixie cut?
Yeah, no, I don't have a pixie cut.
Oh, okay.
Damn
It's
it,
stupid.
Colton. No.
It's canon.
Okay, I had to see that. Sorry. And then the clothes that I'm wearing are fuck. Now I'm thinking of a movie reference.
That's okay.
It's like that.
Yeah, who cares?
It's like that old Disney, like, I don't want to say nymph, but like the nymph movie, if that makes sense.
Oh,
The-
Wait, with
yeah,
Tim Curry?
I think so. Yeah, it has like the green leaf skirt, and then the
Yeah.
that.
Fergully. Fergully?
Yeah, that one. That one.
Yeah. That one. This bitch.
So
It's stupid.
So that's what I'm wearing, but because it is winter, I whiskfully find like one of the old like garbs that Lysandra had sewn for me, and it looks super old and dingy, and I'm just disheveled.
Okay.
And then lastly, Aslan, you had stopped to ask for directions, strangely, but it's from a kind of a familiar face. You see this kind of behemoth of a half-orc woman come up to you. Excuse me. You're with the Phoenix Force, right?
Yes, I am.
I was told they're going to the North Gate, but I'm not too familiar.
I'm not very familiar myself, actually, but I believe it was the North Gate.
I guess we're going to get lost together then.
At least we'll be lost together, yes.
Is this the home girl who's seasick orc?
My name is Gore. It's nice to meet
That's what I thought.
Nice to meet you, Gore. I'm Aslan.
you. To be honest, I like the look that you have going on. It's menacing, but in a peaceful kind of way.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm not really a fan of it, but it's not by my design.
I suppose there's more to unpack there. But...
Yeah, it has to do with this eye, but it's a long story.
So as you start describing your eye, go ahead and give us all a description of the new Aslan in elephant form.
Sure. I just quickly updated his Hero Forge kind of looks. I'll send that as a reference for colors. But he has 4 demonic looking lava red, kind of devilish looking eyes, 4 of them now. He has 4 prongs of horns, like 4 elephant horns.
Cool.
The 2 that were there are now like have spikes on them, and then another pair growing kind of underneath, just outside of his like cheekbones almost. And then he has all horns have like cracks of like lava going through them over time. He stands about 10 feet tall, and he's heavy set. He's not athletic at all. Like, don't ask him to do a push-up because he'll never make it, or a pull-up, or any of that. He weighs about 1,500 pounds. And yeah, that's pretty
God
much
damn
it.
That's the part that really gets me right there.
That's an elephant for you. He's very heavy set, like Santa Claus times 2 heavy set.
Wow.
And then finally, Gore. Gore may have not been introduced to some of the party quite yet. However, this very burly half-orc woman with a almost dreads. Not quite, because her head, the sides of her head are shaved, but it's all dreadlocked on top, put up in a nice bun. has got your basic stature of an Amazonian woman, like fully like physique to the tens, wearing just a strip of loincloth that's very like tightly tied around her chest, which basically only covers the nips and everything else is let loose. And then on top of that has got a intricately decorated loincloth that drops down. It's like a reddish tint and has a black lining along the edge. And then she has leg wraps that go up her calves. Has got a large, intricate dragon tattoo on her back, and wields a very familiar weapon, a flame tongue axe. But Gore and Aslan, as well as the rest of the Phoenix Force, eventually make your way to meet up with Yezreel. And now that you are all met up right outside of the front gates, what would you all like to do?
Is everybody well fed? I'll cook food.
Actually, I need to carb up. Especially if we're going to be traveling. And it's getting cold. A lot of carbs, a lot of protein. And I kind of
Coming
flex.
right up.
I kind of slept in, so yeah.
See, that
Tar.
would just not do for Aslan.
Tar signs. I am currently fasting, but Tofa would graciously accept a steak.
Yeah, he just brings out like a lot of bagels and other kind of breakfast kind of breads, and makes some eggs, and mainly omelets.
Okay, so as you start preparing this morning's breakfast, kind of a hearty meal, heavy on the carbs to keep everyone's energy up, heavy in protein. Go ahead and describe to me how it's prepared, and then give me a cooking roll, please. And then also tell me if you would like to imbue it with magic.
Yes, he would like to imbue it with magic.
I forgot that's like everything you do. I forgot. That's so cool, dude.
That's all he does. Yes,
I love
that would
it.
be a 20 on the cooking roll. So he's mainly gonna make it more of a herbal omelet. He might add a little bit of like poultry in there if he has any, but for the most part it's eggs. He adds some like onions, some celery, um, as well as like some spinach, and he just kind of makes a basic omelet with that. Then the bread, he does cut some of the bagels and has some like maybe some cream cheese or something to like spread on it if somebody would like, but leaves them mainly up to the eater's will.
Okay, and then what is your magical effect?
I am looking for that right now.
And it's been a minute since I've looked at the custom subclass. I mean, but don't you have to use a bardic inspiration point to use it, or is that just something that you're able to do? I don't remember.
It's something I'm able to do. I can add a bardic inspiration to it though, and that's probably what I'll do for now.
Okay. So to add your flair of bardic inspiration, you throw in an herbaceous blend of spices, incorporate some into almost every aspect of the dish, and put a nice little chive finish up on the top. And the thing that hits you first is that each person in the party that chooses to eat, the first thing that they sense is the extreme smell. It smells as if like nothing but love and magic was put into this dish, and the smell is so fulfilling that it's almost as if you don't need to eat the food. The smell has invigorated you enough, but as you all eat your food, you gain the effects. As for you, Tar, if you're choosing not to eat, I will say that the aromatic blend will give you the inspiration.
I like that.
Oh, cool.
Whether you feel the same or not, you are all great friends, and I love you all.
I'm just gonna message you real quick.
Yeah, dude.
Tuck.
I will also just like, we don't need to get into it, but Cain, the way he's eating right now is like if you've ever watched like a high schooler who's on the wrestling team, who's about to like go do some shit, so he eats like a whole bowl of pasta in like 2 seconds. You just see like Cain like shoving like the whole bagel as opposed to just taking bites of it into his mouth, and it's just like he is consuming the breakfast in such a way where it tastes delicious, but he's really getting this for what the energy it will provide. So he's just like shoving it down his gourd.
Okay.
She'll get some eggs and give them to Tofa for protein.
Okay. And Tofa, like, is never really picky with food. Like, obviously still prefers meat. But the smell alone has driven Tofa to absolutely devour this and goes on searching for more, taking scraps from the rest of the party.
She allows it while she kind of wanders to the outskirts.
It's kind of cute. Like, as cute as a baby dinosaur can be. Where she doesn't necessarily jump up on people, but she does like slither herself around each person's leg and just kind of like put her like the bottom of her jaw on like their knee, essentially. Just kind of patiently waiting.
Cain definitely has a mess that he's made, so I'm sure she'll, get it. Boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, she'll probably get her fix.
And she does cute little click noises when she begs.
As a last little gallery, as like almost being a motherly figure, Aslan's gonna go around and clean up everybody with prestidigitation.
Nice.
Okay. You essentially give everybody a magical wet wipe.
Yeah, basically. Or if they're like, I know Raven had the rush, so if like her hair's unkept or something, just make sure everybody's clean.
Yeah, and like the 3 chin hairs I have get removed.
Exactly.
Stupid.
You see, as you all start finishing the meal, whoever notices as Gore just finishes the last bite of her breakfast, has a tear going down her face.
Dahlia will kind of like lean in towards her and be like, "Are you okay, Gore, my friend?"
When you told me about this adventure, you really should have told me the food that would be provided.
Oh my god.
Is it not to your liking? I'm sure Aslan can make you something better.
As a request for the future, I like fire roasted venison, if you can make that happen.
Oh my god.
Aslan's just writing it down. I will need somebody to hunt venison, but I will make it.
I'm sure that me and Gore could take care of that. Haha! She kind of like raises her axe in the air.
Alright, one sec.
She said, just roasted venison, or
Yeah, essentially. Just
roasted venison?
Basically over a pit on the fire.
Pit roasted venison. Gotcha.
Alright. After everyone's all cleaned up and well fed, Yezreel.
Wait, what was the benefit that we got from the magic food?
Bardic Inspiration.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Unless if there's an effect that I don't remember from.
Yeah, we went with like I think a couple hours. As long as like a food takes to digest, basically, it would affect.
Okay, so we'll just say that this effect will last for 2 hours.
Sure.
Okay, sure. Cool. All right, I like that.
But just as a reminder to everybody, this is a brand new created subclass for this campaign, so there can be tweaks made. So it's just kind of in testing phase. Okay, so now that everybody has finished breakfast, what do you guys do now? You guys are just kind of sitting at a couple of tables that are arranged just shy of the front gates. The front northern gates.
As a quick meta question, did we already establish where our goal was? I know we were going to be finding some shit on Raven's list of things I need to get before I do something.
Yeah, so-
Raven, you need to inform the group of.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you? Oh. So, last night, I had a talk with Lysandra, and she kind of gave us a hint to help us figure out where to find the hand of Vecna. We need to head
What
towards.
do you mean?
Huh?
What is that supposed to mean?
We still need to find it. And gather.
Go on, sorry.
So we need to go towards the north at the top of the mountains because we need to find what's called the compass of location, and that object is supposed to help us find it. But there was also a journal that kind of helps with these types of situations, is what I assumed. And so that's also towards the north side of the mountains as well. It was when it was last seen. This has like no name to it. It's never been recorded. It's only been mythical lore for it. So Lysandra didn't even know if it even still exists in this plane.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
What mountain range is she referring to? It's not the one I'm from, is it?
No, the one you're from is in.
Oh, we're on a different continent. God
We're
damn it!
currently in
Fuck me.
Western New Call.
Yeah, my bad.
And here is a picture. A map of Western New Call right now. You guys are on the northern edge of Ravana, right below the Madari Mountains.
Okay, my next question was: have I ever heard of the compass of location?
It may be a high DC, but I'll have you roll a history or arcana check. And anyone else who would like to do the same.
Actually, I won't. I only have I don't know that much shit about that stuff.
History or Arcana? Okay. Also, is the mountain that she's talking about in view?
It is miles and miles and miles away.
But
It takes per hexagon is 1 day of travel.
But is it within view?
You can see some of the peaks, within your furthest distance.
So every hex is roughly 24 miles. It says it's like 1 day's worth of travel.
Yeah,
that's fine. As long as I can see it, I can teleport to it.
Oh well, that's all that matters.
It's like as long as I can see the destination, it will work.
Hey, you know what? I'm not sure how much I like Vecna, but this teleportation sure is nice.
We don't know where on the mountain we'll be seeing. It'll just be some random pinpoint.
As long as I see the mountain, it'll teleport to that mountain. Not saying it will be a safe teleportation though.
We're gonna keep reaping. Okay.
Oh, I was just saying she didn't even mention what specific peak. It's just north in the mountains.
We're gonna be reaping.
At least it's closer, if anything.
Those Vecna assets until Vecna Sugar Daddy comes to collect.
It is not uncommon knowledge for anyone in this, within the party. The Madari mountain range is the largest in the entire plane of existence.
On this planet, it's the largest mountain range.
If this mountain range were detached, it would be the biggest continent on this plane of existence.
Oh,
Cool.
lovely. And we have to search through all of that.
That's gonna be a lot of walking,
That's a lot.
and I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, that's a lot of peaks, but trust me, I can lead you all. I know my round of peak. Just ask Gladdek, he should know as well.
It's not really leading around, but can you carry me?
Tar. Okay.
I just look at you blankly, like I want to say yes, but there's no fucking god It's not in God's plan that will ever happen.
It's certainly one way to get more in shape, that is for sure.
Tar signs. It's not that big of an adventure. I've done it plenty of times. It only takes a few months.
But you guys are so skinny. It's gonna be hard. I don't like walking.
Have
Hey,
you
no
ever
better
thought
way
of
to
it?
get in shape.
Maybe go on a carb diet with our Maxwell.
I refuse.
Aslan, you see now that I'm doing kind of like stretches as I'm talking to the group. Do you have enough food for all of us to eat while we're in a very cold, approaching winter month on the top of mountains?
Of
Dahlia's gonna
course.
come do stretches next to you, but you're not sure if it's mockingly or not.
Of
Oh no,
course
I welcome it 100%.
Of course I can make food. You think I have this beautiful physique without eating constantly? I can make us 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water every day.
Great. And I
Good.
nervously notice your eye, and I just go back to my stretching.
Yeah, they're just all four blinking at you.
Cain, give me an insight check, please.
I'm not very insightful, so I'm not even going to
Okay.
do it.
All right.
Chart will sign. I can also go hunting for us if need be.
I as well have ethereal that can help with that.
I'm sorry, but really, you just have a dagger that makes it so vampires don't suck. I'm just kidding. That was just a joke.
Do you not see
Laddie,
what I am
you not
sitting on top of?
Wait, that thing's coming with us.
Yes, it is.
And you just see, the non-existent hairs from the back of my neck stand up. I try and turn over to Gladdek. I didn't know there was going to be a spider. What the
Well,
fuck
I
is
mean,
this?
you're bringing Penelope there, laddie. It's the same concepts, just a different culture.
No.
Speaking of Penelope, what's she rated for? Would our good friend here, Aslan, be able to ride on her?
It would be tough.
I
like,
don't know. I
it-
don't know if I'd want to put her through it.
Penelope would have to, she'd be able to do it for a little bit, but it would be like 3/4 speed.
Oh, okay. All right. It would be comical to watch Aslan try to ride Penelope.
I'm not saying that we have
need a
Aslan
tuba.
ride on her consistently, but if, he gets a little tuckered out like he did on the stairs down into the Underdark, it might keep us moving.
Some
Penelope,
movement is better than no movement.
We would need a tuba following behind us going
Oh
boom,
my
boom,
gosh.
boom, boom, boom,
Oh
boom.
my God.
Penelope kind of strolls up and kind of headbutts Aslan a little bit, almost with a triumphant bah. Almost as if she's not bothered by the challenge.
Yeah, and I'll just slap her on the ass, I guess, because she thinks she can do it.
Yeah, Aslan just grabs his belly and it's like, oh.
It's not you, it's her. Anyways.
So the plan, you guys want to teleport there?
We should put it up to a vote. I say, yay.
I say yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are there any
Dahlia says
villages
aye.
prior to going into the mountains that might give us intel onto the nature of where this item might be? If we just randomly teleport into the mountains, we have no point of reference.
Yeah, in my town, we have these guys that are basically Sherpas that get paid by out-of-towners to take them up to the mountains. So, it should be a thing.
I know we're trying to save time, but being lost in the mountains seems significantly worse than a few extra days of travel.
I will
And-
tell you that Gladdek and Cain both have acute experience in the harsh, cold environments at the peaks of mountains, and you guys can teleport there, but there may be heavy repercussions without you wearing the appropriate gear.
Right.
I'm not
Tarwal.
going to stop you from what you guys want to do. I'm just saying that there may be consequences.
Tar signs. We also will have, if we do teleport, we will not be aware of any situations going at the base of the mountain that may put us in a dire situation.
Well, what if we don't teleport in the mountains, but
The
before
foot
them?
of if we're able to see them, to see the foot of the mountains, then yeah.
I mean, what counts as seeing the below the mountains, DM? If we can see the mountains before us, can we see below
You
them?
can see the peaks. You could probably get about a quarter to about halfway there before you can see the foot of the mountain.
Well, I'm not trying to get into the weeds about it. I was just trying to see like how far we could stretch the teleportation spell.
As far as right now, you could probably get maybe. It's hard to tell from this distance. You could probably get a little less, like further down from the tip of the mountain, but you just can't see the base of it. There's a couple of
Gotcha.
hills that are in the way that you have to traverse up and down.
Sure.
That are obscuring your view slightly.
Okay, well maybe we just go on foot.
Just
Does anybody have a map?
I would say that Raven, you have a copy of the map that I put into Discord.
I do.
Does it have coordinates on it?
I don't actually. That is not a thing yet in my world.
Oh,
Never mind. I guess I'll walk.
I'm just sitting there like looking confused, like what?
Sorry, Evan. I'm not trying to block every idea.
no,
that
no,
you
you're
have.
good. Hey, if it's not existent, it's not existent.
You know, right when you said that doesn't exist in your world after he said it, this is the scene I thought of. Regarding
Yep, I'm ready for that. Yeah, yeah.
your kids are gonna love it.
Actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's the eye. I don't know. Let's just walk.
You
Yeah,
hear
Tar.
a dark presence in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
don't like it either. Mind voice.
Aslan, are you
Wow.
okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just sometimes I hear voices in the head, and it tells me things. Or actually, it really doesn't tell me anything. It just chuckles.
Not sure how I feel about that, but
Oh
let's
my
go.
God.
Yeah, Tar begins walking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
Aslan
start
begins
going.
walking, and he's already
You hear
huffing.
the-
He's like,
I start walking, and you just hear, just tapping on the whole little spider legs.
As Phoenix Force gathers themselves and goes beyond the gates, you get a hearty salute from the guards as they grant you passage without any inspection or any kind, and just let you go. Now, if you guys take minimal breaks and travel by foot, you can get to the base of the Madari mountain range within about 2 days if you rush, 2.5 days if you go at a normal pace.
Okay. I mean, we might as well just take our time. I mean, we're
Yeah.
not necessarily in a rush per se. And if we get close enough to teleport, we'll teleport.
1 second.
That's it, Aslan. The keys to keep breathing.
So,
In the trunk, out the mouth. In the trunk, out the mouth.
I'm going to roll a d12 for the first day of travel. Before I give everyone the conclusion of this roll, if you'd like to do anything during the day, now is your time to speak up.
I'm just gonna focus on riding Penelope.
I think at times when Aslan gets just too over it, he's gonna cast Bixby's hand to just carry his ass around for a while.
Cool.
I think Tar is going to be deep in thought because of what happened the other night. The fact that she actually felt a sensation, how long it's been she's felt anything. She's really kind of like her mind is very much elsewhere on the plants around her, just trying to feel the world around her as she walks for the first time in years.
It's almost migraine-inducing. The amount of vibrancy and life that you're able to sense is overwhelming. You didn't realize that this amount of force was everywhere around you, and the fact that you can sense it now, it's disorienting to say the least. But as time goes on, you get more and more used to it and understand the tranquility that comes with walking peacefully along a beaten path.
She, I think her soul is crying of joy that for the first time in years, she's feeling something, a sensation, and she's just gonna be deep in thought with that.
Okay. Let's just go down initiative order. If you don't want to do anything, that's fine. Just let me know. Aslan.
Yeah, kind of like I said, he'd use Bigsby's hand at intervals just to kind of carry his ass around once he's too exhausted to keep up with the group. I mean, outside of that, whenever food's required, he would just prepare some food.
Do you have a equivalent almost travel ration or travel snack?
Yeah, mainly sandwiches, I'd say. Something with some carbs, but also some protein and refreshing vegetables in it.
Little ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, basically, with a little bit of lettuce or spinach in it.
Okay, and with travel, I will say that you'll need to create food and water at least once per day, unless if it's hunted for or scavenged for.
Okay.
Cain Maxwell.
I'm gonna remain neutral. I'll just focus on getting to point A to point B.
Yeah. It's been a fat minute since you've rode Penelope, and it's comforting to be in the saddle. Dahlia. Gore is walking next to you, and she seems to be almost annoyed that the pace isn't quickened, but is keeping in tow with you. You know, it was, when I first got to Western Yukon, having all the main cities along the coast really threw me off. The salty aroma in the air is bothersome.
I know, it takes a little bit to get used to, doesn't it?
Back when I used to travel with your brother, we did most of our adventures within the Irlassian deserts.
Me and Lotus have been everywhere together. I sure do hope that we can find him. I'm sure he'd love to see a familiar face.
Hope is for cowards. We will succeed.
And Dahlia will ignite her flame axe and kind of just pump it in the air like Lotus used to, and just be like, "Yes, we shall succeed."
And Gore speaks her magic. Christ, what's the word?
Words?
Yeah. What's the word to activate your magic item?
The command word?
Yeah. And she says "inflame," and as almost like as the fire is almost drawn out of her palm, like spirals up and continues like almost like a serpent dragon like pattern along the hilt.
Cool.
And it just continues the circle of the pommel.
Oh, cool.
One of these days, I'll tell you how I got this axe.
I'd very much like to hear that story. I know in the Crimson Tongue family, it's not easily earned, but it's still a good story.
When the time comes, Dahlia.
I will be waiting patiently.
Gladdek, as we continue down, it's you've refined your schematic so much over the last couple of nights and days that it's at a pretty perfect place. Unless if you were at your station and could complete a large version of the schematic on like much larger parchment and have it laminated, this is about the best you can get.
So in addition to that, Gladdek would take advantage of the fact that Cain is distracted in his own little world to spend some time with Dahlia working on Draconic.
Oh, okay.
And then he would show the schematic to Yezreel to kind of get his opinion on it as well during this time period.
Okay. So Dahlia teaches you a couple of phrases. And then, surprisingly, Gore kind of speaks up to correct Dahlia on some of the dialect and how it could more easily translate to common.
Gore speaks Draconic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course.
Well,
Fuck with Lotus.
She's got a flame tongue.
Wow.
See, I can see, like, kind of trying to teach Gladdek and just be like, you got to roll it off the back of your throat.
It's like imagine fire is in there.
Are you saying like from deep throat there, Dahlia, or like from the chest? Like what do you mean?
All of the above. Deep throat, deep chest, deep everywhere.
Most of the dialect is spoken within your core. But don't speak within your throat like you do in the common tongue. Speak with your chest. And, I'll have you do an intelligence check, but do it at advantage because Gore is helping Dahlia teach you.
And you technically still have Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say that.
Okay.
What is your inspiration die, Aslan?
It's a D10.
Okay.
Solid.
With the D10, that's a 26.
Nice.
Yeah, there was some part of you that was really having it, like, because you're understanding the dialect and the phrases and like some of the standard colloquialisms that come with the Draconic language, but actually speaking it has been really tough. But with the advice of both Gore and Dahlia kind of explaining how to actually say the words, you've made a lot of progress over the weeks of trying to learn this language. You could probably speak to someone who only speaks Draconic and be able to have a simple conversation with them.
It's like Donde le biblioteca.
There is a vase.
Oh my god!
There is a vase.
Me gusta hamburguesas con queso.
Right.
Yeah, so you have a firm understanding of the language and you can understand it perfectly, but it's going to take more practice before you can speak it fluently.
Speak it, sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then as you finish up your training there, your mind starts going elsewhere as you can't seem to focus on languages anymore. Maybe it's Morden pulling at your soul, or maybe it's your own desire to be at a forge that you keep getting further and further away from. But the inspiration strikes you to speak more about your newest creations as you go over to Yezreel.
Yezreel, laddie, can I bend your ear for a moment?
Of course, Gladdek. What's on your mind?
Well, you know how I took your measurements yesterday. Well, I wanted to show you what I had been working on, and
Yeah,
he'll
sorry,
show
you're
you
just gonna
this.
have to roll. Sorry, you're just gonna have to roll with this. I forgot to
Oh.
tell you.
During last session, Gladdek had taken some measurements of like your forearm, your wrist, basically getting the length and everything. Um, and he's going to show you the schematic, and what you're going to see is it looks like an Assassin's Creed sort of like hidden blade. What's unique about this one though is uh, it's designed to extend just like the Assassin's Creed. Instead of it being just a tipped blade, it's designed to look like a dragon's tongue. So it's got two prongs at the end.
Oh, it's like barbed almost.
Yeah. Um,
Oh.
Laddie, I still have to actually make a prototype, but in theory, based off of what we've seen with Earthforgian steel, this should be imbued with fire damage after the refining process. So you should easily be able to walk up, puncture someone, and then retract the blade, cauterizing the wound immediately. And if Cain's weapon's anything to go off of, if it actually gets hit with fire, the possibilities.
I like this design. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah, you've seen a couple of weapon schematics back and forth between different trades or even stealing, but there has been no such design you've ever seen that's in so much detail. It's ridiculous.
I like it. I like this a lot, Gladdek.
Thank you, Yezreel. It may be a little bit before I can actually get into the forge, but this is top priority on my list to hammer away at.
Not a problem. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and then Yezreel, as we're kind of going along the path, and after Gladdek has kind of told you about his plans to improve your weapons arsenal, what would you like to do? Sorry. Also, I forgot to tell you in the recap too. Christ, as we met up with Gore, Atar had requested to send a message to her people, and Hylar is taking the Howling Wind to go deliver this message. So he'll be absent for about a month.
Okay. Israel just keep his head on a swivel, looking everywhere to this kind of higher perch on top of ethereal. Kind of double checking, making sure all of my weapons are good and honed.
Okay. Yeah, you reapply some poisons and oil your daggers. But your mind seems a little distracted, thinking of the possibilities of a blade that can be concealed, but lethal, but also non-lethal at the same time. It's an idea that's never crossed your mind. As we finish up the first day of travel, I rolled an 11 on the D12. So as we
Tara and Raven didn't go.
Sorry. Let's Tar.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had a whole like moment with my druidic side.
That's my bad.
You good?
You were the last person to go. If there's anything you'd like to do along this trip, speak with anybody or do anything in particular.
I'm going now.
Yeah, you're the last one.
So.
For sure.
You wanted it to be a secret?
Yeah, only tell me.
So, much like the adventure is the first time I've been this direction in a long time. and so I'm just flying around, being free spirited, and just I cast minor illusion along the way to kind of like envision what home looks like in
Cool.
certain areas.
Can you describe what home looks like then in the areas that you
Okay.
Yeah.
produce
let's
your
hear it.
illusions?
So, did I do? I don't think so. Pretty much it's like an enchanted wood meadow, but it almost reminds of a town. There's like dingier areas, there's like nicer areas, typical town like. And so my cottage is like a hobbit hole door, but it has a bunch of white flowers everywhere of all different species and types surrounding it. And then there's just little creeks that run along both sides of it that lead to the back pond that's in our backyard.
Oh, I love it.
As you begin casting this nonchalantly, trying to reminisce about home, not necessarily being homesick, but this freedom that you're in, not being underground, is making you feel nostalgic. And you begin kind of altering the world around you to resemble your hometown in the Feywild. And for the most part, you're able to succeed at this. With higher level magic, you could replicate this perfectly, but with minor illusion, you're able to give yourself enough insight to feel relatively at ease.
But that's about it. Just wandering and enjoying the view, being one with nature, observing the group.
Tar, do you notice Raven flying around at all during this trip?
I'd be willing to roll a perception at a disadvantage. I had to see if I do.
Yeah, if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah, because she is pretty kind of stuck in her head right now.
Okay.
So let me roll. See here. Perception. A 4.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
tough. Your mind's focused on other things at the moment. However,
Okay.
it is it's a little hard to ignore that the feelings of being one with nature and at least trying to accept or understand this newfound power of yours. There seems to be a relative almost annoyance as the scenery keeps changing very subtly. It isn't
Oh.
until it's about 30 or so minutes in between. It's so infrequent, but you see like random like white flowers appear and then immediately disappear. You're not sure if it's because of your mind playing tricks or your soul telling you something, but there is a certain feeling to the type of magic that's being cast that you can relate with, but you're unsure exactly how.
She'll slowly stop walking as her hand will kind of go onto the hilt of her short sword as she just kind of starts looking around. She doesn't say anything to anyone yet, as she's just trying to understand what's happening. Does she?
You can do a
Okay.
nature or arcana check if you'd like.
Could someone roll for me? I'm in my kitchen right now. Could you roll for me for a quick second?
Sure, I got you.
Thank you.
I know you're not at your desk, but would you prefer an arcana or nature? They both have the same modifier.
Let's go with arcana since that's what she's kind of dealing with right now anyway.
Okay. You got a 17.
Ooh.
You're unable to tell the origin or the type of magic specifically, but there's a strong fey presence.
Her hand will kind of like go through the air as she just kind of focuses on feeling it as she walks. then she'll kind of turn to who's the closest person to her on her left.
I'd say probably Dahlia.
She starts signing directly into Dahlia's mind. I'm detecting a sort of, and I may be wrong, but Fey presence.
Is this friend or foe?
That I cannot be sure of. I'm not quite understanding it myself.
Hard. Can you detect where it's coming from?
Do I, DM?
Well, I'd say after a while you're able to kind of figure it out. Minor illusion requires verbal components to cast, so
Okay.
you would eventually hear that it's from Raven flying up in the air and casting a spell.
Oh,
Just
she can.
you hear me singing like ta-dee, ta-da as I'm going along.
That's awesome.
The Mary Poppins shit, I swear. She's gonna point upwards to the air to Dahlia. I think our new companion is having fun.
But it's hard to ignore the feeling once you've recognized the source and the peacefulness. But something that maybe you hadn't put two and two together: druidic magic and the Fae share a lot of common ground.
And I don't want to be a racist or anything, but if she's a fairy, I mean, there's probably only a few places she could be from.
Tara's gonna sign to Raven.
Can't come.
You seem to be connected to the Fae.
Yeah, that'll be right there.
Might need to re-say that one.
I'll give it a second.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
She's gonna sign to Faye. I mean, it's a Faye, to Raven, and be like, "I hope it's not too bold of me to say." 1 second, guys.
No, you're good.
Sorry about that. She signs to her and goes, "I hope it's not too bold of me to assume, but I see that you're attached to the Fae."
Yes, that is home. It's not
Oh.
that I am homesick, it's just this freedom of being in the fresh air and one with nature is making me feel certain feelings.
That's interesting. I would be open to learn more of your home if you'd like.
Sure. And
Then okay.
I take it a little too seriously and I cast Minor Illusion at a higher level, and you just start seeing the whole scene that I had.
We'll say that this happens at camp towards the end of the first night. You're able to, within a very short proximity, you're able to almost create a replica of like a 3x3 cube of what would be part of the enchanted forest in the Feywild. Again, with higher level magic or like major illusion or other forms of illusion magic, you could probably create something bigger and better. But with minor illusion, you're able to create a nice little almost painting of what a home is like. But the feeling and intention behind the magic being cast, although not druidic from Raven herself, conveys some of the same spiritual essence.
She'll take it all in like a kid's first time to a candy shop, just seeing this magic and actually also feeling it and experiencing it in a new way. She's definitely listening and watching this illusion unfold.
As the night comes to a close, does anybody want to take a watch? You guys are still in open meadows. You went off the beaten path for about 15 minutes so you can stay off the trail. But you find yourself in like this little
Cove.
cove, I guess. Just a part where the valley seems to dip down intensely at first. But you make your way down to that hole and begin making camp.
I'll take the first
Uh,
watch.
Oh, okay.
I think Aslan would too, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Dahlia's mind was pretty heavy on Lotus, so I doubt that she's gonna sleep much.
Car will take last watch since she only needs like 4 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Well, not even sleep. Just sitting there, I guess.
So
I guess Israel will take probably like a middle watch.
we only really need two.
Two. Okay.
You can if you'd like, but yeah, 2 is usually good enough.
Okay. That's okay.
I like that. 3 watches is awkward.
So as first watch commences, you guys eat a fine dinner that's prepared by Aslan. Did you have anything in mind?
Well, I didn't until Aslan said he was involved, so I have something to say. But Aslan, you can go first.
Well, I'm always down to co-cook.
Before we
Wait, is this during our watch? This is
I think
Sorry.
before.
this is
Yeah.
before the watch.
Sorry, I
Is
just
this-
time skipped to tonight. But if there's stuff that happens beforehand as you guys are setting up camp,
No, I'll wait. I'll wait.
I was
till
gonna
the-
say
I'll take-
while we were setting up camp, was there a chance that me and Gore could go find some venison?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it
was
might
about
be.
to.
It might be tough finding elk out here in the open plains.
deer
So,
counts.
but you can definitely do a survival, nature, or perception check. I would allow to try to track one down.
Could I help with this with my smelling?
I would say that you guys would be kind of far away for how far they'd have to travel out, but I will
Okay.
give you advantage from Gore because she is with you.
You said survival, nature, or what?
Or perception.
Let's see. Nature, I'm pretty high in. Survival, I am not for some fucking reason. We'll do nature.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So rather than using perception to try to see if you can spot one out in the distance, instead you start looking at all the different animal tracks that are beaten throughout the amber waves of grain that you find yourselves in, or trying to find different droppings to see if you can find any specific species of animals. It takes about an hour, and you start to see the sun starting to go further and further down into dusk. But it isn't until Gore points out a specific disturbance in some of the grass where you see it seems like this has been a corpse of a fawn of some kind. It looks to be relatively fresh, which gives you an idea that there could be some older deer nearby. So you guys start searching around a little bit longer, and you spot a deer out in the distance, maybe 300 or 400 yards away. But the thing you spot first is what looks to be some kind of feline predator of some kind. It hasn't spotted you yet, but you are very close. So, what would you like to do?
Dahlia's gonna kind of like point it out to Gore and kind of get super low, ready with one of her javelins.
Okay. And she kind of gives you a nod, and then picks up off the ground a rock and throws it in the complete opposite way from where you guys are at and waits. As the rock clatters to the ground, the feline quickly turns its head and Gore comes up behind it and is gonna go for a sneak attack. Let's see, where are my dice? Okay, she rolls an 18, and she's gonna get some sneak attack damage. Top up for weapon damage. Okay, and she rolls with her strength. 12 points of bludgeoning damage as she brings her axe, like not bludgeoning, slashing damage as she brings her axe straight down at the base of this feline's neck. Completely surprised of the nimbleness and the sheer ability to stay quiet with such a heavy weapon. She's able to quickly take out the deer. Take out the predator as the deer perks its head up and starts to begin to run away. What do you do?
She's gonna just stand up and just throw that javelin with all her might.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You sprint up as far as you can, and then you throw your javelin. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
That would be a 26 to hit.
Oh my god!
Describe how you kill this deer.
Just as the deer starts to run away, she stands up and you see a calm come over Dahlia that you haven't seen before, as she just
We still don't see.
yeah, still. And it's almost as if the javelin just flies from her fingertips as she launches it forward, and it spears this deer directly through the neck.
Oh fuck yeah! Like Herculean style.
Okay. You're able to pull the deer as Gore puts the cat up on its shoulders. Well, that was successful. We better hurry before it gets too dark.
But I agree. I had a lot of fun working with you right now, Gore. It almost feels as if I was hunting with my brother.
Well,
Um,
your brother is hopeless when it comes to hunting. It's too loud.
And she'll just drag the deer carcass back over to the camp with Gore and present it to Aslan as I hope this will be an easy meal for you to cook.
Yeah, Aslan's just sharpening his butcher knives and his cleaver set that he kind of keeps in a leather pouch at his waist.
Oh, wow. That is fine delicacy meat. I actually served this once to a desert king in an empire. I don't really remember its name, but he was very fascinated with the spicy concoction I made with it. I think that's what I will do for tonight. I called it Big Cat Barbacoa.
oh my god, yes! Yes! Give him inspiration for that!
And actually, this is exactly what it looks like. He's going to chop up some green peppers as well as some red peppers and dice some tomatoes. And he's going to
Wow.
serve it with some bread. He summons actually in a flat tortilla style, looking like that.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude. I was this close from ordering street tacos tonight for dinner and I didn't.
As they
Damn.
come back with the food before everything starts getting ordered up, Yezreel comes by. Can I get just one of the hindquarters of one of those real quick? Doesn't have to be too much.
Yeah, and Aslan is just immediately chopping and butchering it up and just passes you some hindquarter.
Takes it back over to Ethereal, where then webs it up and proceeds to eat it.
As for the organs, he'll give that to the Dilo.
Oh yes, yeah.
She greedily gulps them up in a very disturbing way. So, most of the time, not even chewing. Just you see the chunks of meat just going down.
Definitely happy clicker noises are happening.
And when he sets up, I guess somewhat of a table representation around the fire, he still puts one for Tar. It doesn't have anything on it, but at least she has a place at the table.
Oh, cute.
No, it was sweet. She sits down respectfully.
Go ahead and give me a cooking check, and I would normally have you roll survival, but because you're butchering the deer, I'm gonna consider it a part of your cooking check. So depending on your roll is how fine you're able to preserve the skin.
29.
Yeah,
Oh.
you perfectly fillet and butcher this deer, and there's not a single imperfection in the leather. This could sell for a lot of money if tanned properly.
Yeah, he'll give that to Gladdek, or if anybody else would like it, but specifically Gladdek, he does forging.
Well, thank you, laddie.
In your description, you can write down a pristine deer hide. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and for all intents and purposes,
We'll show up there.
There was no random encounter rolled, so we'll come back in the next morning.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. We don't need to go through the watches, but I did want to have a private conversation with Aslan, because he was going to do the first watch with me.
Yeah, not a problem.
Sure.
We can get to that, but let's take a break first.
Okay. All right.
We'll come back here at about 8:35, 8:36.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Mhm.
After the deer is prepared, it's well into the night before it's actually done. You have to put together a pretty roaring fire to get it to cook fully without serving raw food to your friends. But it comes out immaculate. You're able to present it in a very pretty way in an untraditional setting. You really don't see flatbread or tortillas used in such a way in Western Utah. That's really just an Aralass thing. But
Cool.
to introduce that part of your culture on this side of the world it's refreshing. But as we come to a close, Tar, go ahead and describe to me how your magic item is going to be used, and remind everybody what it looks like.
Tar sets down a very small sandstone-looking cube as she walks away, and she says something in her native language as she claps her hands twice. The cube itself starts to explode with sand as it's exploding, and as the sand gets higher and higher, slowly a sandstone tower forms. Sandstone from where she's originally from. And it's very influenced from like Arabs, just the way that this tower is dressed with rugs and flags that have the Armored Corps clan symbol. It's what's those dinosaur birds that fly?
Pterodactyls.
Yeah, it's the skull of a pterodactyl with its wings crossing in front of the skull.
Okay, cool.
And on the inside, it's like I said, it's a whole bunch of pillows, rugs. There's hookah pipes. There's her culture is very Middle Eastern influenced, and in the middle of the tower, hanging down, is like the actual skull of the one that she killed that gained her clan symbol. And the doors, the tower goes up with a spiral case on the inside of the wall, and instead of doors, what's covering the entrance of every room are like heavy rugs.
Oh, so this is like a structure.
Yeah, it's I have a what's it called? I have it right here. It is my instant fortress.
Oh my god, you have an instant fortress?
Yes, we used it in the Underdark, man.
I forgot! I'm sorry! I'm remembering now that you say that. Fuck me in the ass.
Tar, did we Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Did we update to have a forge in here? Because I know that was one thing we talked about last time you activated.
Yeah, that was an addition that Tar had made while we were in the Underdark because she couldn't craft at her caravan. So there is a forge set up kind of halfway up the tower.
Yeah,
Oh.
and there are drinks and food in there that are like the food's like wrapped and wax paper, like a form of wax paper, and there's different types of alcohol and stone jars from her homeland on the base floor, which looks like a hangout spot with different hookah setups and pillows and rugs.
Okay. As the instant fortress is created, just right on the outside of the fire pit that was used to cook the venison. Everybody eventually finds their way over to their respective rooms, and Cain Maxwell and Aslan, you guys have the floor for first watch.
Like I said, we don't need to go through all the watches if you don't want. I just wanted to have this combo.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
I'll just look at you, Aslan, as I like a newbie trying to smoke a cigarette for the first time. Try to set up this whole hookah thing. Over the next couple minutes, I don't set it up right, but it works enough for me to start using it. And I immediately don't like the taste, so I put it down.
Yeah, Aslan picks it up and I've never used a hookah, but I'm gonna say he packs a bowl of some goblin bush in there and just takes a rip.
Wow, didn't see that coming. Anyways, I just wanted to say something real quick. I can't reveal why I might know this, but I'm not as knowledgeable as Gladdek when it comes to these, and I kind of gesture towards your eye sort of things. Right now, it doesn't seem to be too much of a big deal. In fact, the ability to just teleport is very nice. I'm worried it's going to poison your mind, and I'm not much of a religious man, but I can even tell that that's some fucked up shit you got there. And all I'm saying is, you seem like a nice guy, and you cook some fucking good food, and I'm down to have your back. But if that back starts looking kind of funky, I don't know if I can,
You know, when I first wanted to acquire this eye, I hoped it would really help out the group. I feel like it will in a way, but so far I also feel like it's dark too. Very evil. And if push comes to shove and I do become a shadow of my former self, and evil, I hope you all will have the strength to kill me. I don't want to harm anyone, and I'd like to die knowing that I at least helped somebody instead of hurt somebody.
Hearing this, Cain Maxwell will take the next 4 or 5 beats to really take you in as you are, even in your elephant sort of state. And I'll just look at you in the eyes without blinking or breaking eye contact. I just say, well, then there's something you need to know. And I reach for my back pocket and unzip one of my pouches I have, and from it, I slowly put on the mask.
Oh my god. Fucking tell someone.
You know, I always kind of thought you were the same person, but nobody else really questioned it, so I went along. But I'm really glad to have that weight off my shoulders.
No, it wasn't that. It's very convincing. And it's important that you know that I, Colonel Cain Maxwell, will also have your back. And I go for like a little fist bump.
He gives it back.
You know, I don't know your reasoning for the mask and everything. I think it's quite cool, actually. But I also think you're just as cool without it.
Aw.
Trust me, I'm much cooler with the mask.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Hey, but for real, don't you dare tell anyone. It is important that my identity stays safe, or else my loved ones may become in danger.
Okay, I'll keep it a secret. As long as you keep it a secret that sometimes I have evil thoughts.
At least we've both agreed that when it hits a point maximum, we'll just take you out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It didn't. The evil thoughts didn't happen. Sorry.
when Raven started flapping back in her chair to at me.
Don't get me wrong. I never really had evil thoughts before the eye. So it's not me. Don't get it twisted. It's the eye.
Trust me, I know what you mean. Just the other day, I met this grandma who ran a shop that I just wanted to squeeze the eyeballs into her skull. It just, sometimes we don't act on those, but I have a feeling you might eventually. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's starting. Yeah, they're building up. But yeah, right now they're just in the back of the mind. You know, it's glad to talk. We never really get to.
Yeah, well, we just did kind of meet.
That's true.
And that's all I need to say, DM.
Yeah.
The first watch goes uneventfully, and you guys go back to your rooms. Who was taking second watch? I don't recall. I'm sorry.
Tar.
Tar, and there was someone else.
And
too.
Yezreel, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yezreel and Tar, you guys wake up for your rest respectively, and Tar, you're very used to this fortress. Yezreel, you've only spent one night in it, but it's nice to not have to sleep outdoors, given the option. But you guys both meet down in the main chamber, or Tar, would you prefer to be like in your forge or something? Like what are you doing?
Tar would actually be up at the top of the tower. There's a latch that goes up to the top, and she'll be sitting there cross-legged with her bow laying on her lap as she just sits there keeping an eye out. Yidril's welcome to join her.
That's where Yozur will probably go to. It's just kind of the top, just almost kind of like pacing around. Just more so, not like out of anxiousness, just keeping watch, staying up.
You both feel the chilly autumn air, autumn nighttime air pass through you. It's cold, but not uncomfortably so.
Tar. Okay.
Sorry, hold on. And while you're looking out on your watch, it's so peaceful. The slight breeze passing by, pushing the amber waves of gold to slowly flap within the wind. The sheer size of the moon tonight, it's full. It's got a yellowish tint with the secondary moon behind, which is only waxing. And beyond that, there isn't a cloud in the sky, and the amount of stars that you see above, depicting all different kinds of images from times past, are shown above you. But it's a peaceful and tranquil night. What do the two of you do?
Tar will sign to Israel, and she looks at the moon. Sure is a beautiful moon tonight.
Yes, it is.
Does your mind rest well? You seem anxious.
Does your mind dress well? You seem anxious. Oh!
Not very. It's hard to get into my meditative state recently.
She, oh, good. Continue.
It gets better. It's getting better, but ever since that day, it's been difficult.
She signs. I am here for you if you need someone to talk to. I understand difficult days.
Thank you.
You know, recently, I started to think of my shortcomings, the things I can't change. For a minute there, I was lost until something inside of me awoken, and I guess what feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
And she's at loss for words as her hands kind of stay frozen, but she just keeps looking up at the moon.
I know I've told this to the rest of the party, but I do mean it when I say that I will not repeat my past mistakes. And I feel a need to say that to you directly, for you seemed the most upset about it all.
We are warriors. We are bowed by our word. We are bowed by who it makes us. The armor-clad raises us on such foundations of how a warrior should or should not be, without question. But you have proven you are worth a second chance.
Thank you.
And I will honor that.
And as for you, are raised on your word means everything. I was practically raised by criminals. So I grew up, words mean nothing. So although I am telling you this, I will show it as well.
She stands up and goes, you were raised by people of weakness. Word carries everything. I hope that I can help show you that.
Thank you.
She kind of like bows her head softly.
Kind of ironic with the way that we're communicating, though.
Wow, I love that.
You can't tell it by facial expression, but you can kind of tell by her posture of like in anime when like they get their little bulge on their forehead. When yeah.
Like Sakura tightening her glove.
Yes.
You see Israel just kind of lighten up and a genuine smile come across his face.
She kind of mimics the chuckling posture. I'm glad we could communicate. As she kind of sits back down cross-legged.
So for the rest of the watch, things seem to go pretty well. You see the sun beginning to just barely peek over the horizon. But I need you both to make a perception check.
Can I use my inspiration for advantage?
No, it's long past that time. Oh, like your DM inspiration?
No, for
Yeah.
the food.
Oh, the food, yes. The one I had for the food.
Okay. That would be expired, and then I'll remind everybody of the rule for DM inspiration in my game. They expire at the end of the session.
Oh, okay. Then I got a 13.
Got 13s.
Okay, let me.
Oh, let me see if I have something real quick for that. Let me see here. Do I have? This isn't a saving throw. No, it's not. Okay,
It's
never
not,
mind.
but it will determine what happens.
Okay. I don't think I have anything. Okay, so I'm good. Yeah, 13.
Okay. As the sun starts barely peeking over the horizon, you guys both look over until you hear strange kind of whistling in the background. You turn your head too late to see two massive boulders flying through the air that collide into the tower. Almost as if like somebody has used a trebuchet to send two boulders towards your tower. It's gonna take some damage.
Oh shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
What the hell is happening? Oh!
Are we getting launched off the tower?
No. Well,
Are we
we'll
going
see.
to play a game of Angry Birds?
He's so stupid.
Yeah, you're on it, dude. Evan's on it.
The tower takes 44 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit!
The tower has 100 HP and now has 56. Wait. Yeah, 56.
You're right.
Oh.
And as you are both knocked off of your feet, dexterity saving throws will be thrown off the tower.
Wow.
30, 20.
18.
Okay.
Nice.
You
solid.
guys both pass. Who had the 18?
I did.
Okay. Tar, you immediately lose your footing, being taken completely off guard, and you fall off the edge. But it isn't until you just feel Yezreel's hand just barely grasp
Oh
yours.
fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
And you look in the background, and as you see two hill giants walking up to your tower. The rest of the party, you are immediately woken up. And some of you are knocked free from your beds, but the walls of the fortress were able to keep you in your stead. Everybody roll for initiative.
I was just about to ask for it.
I knew they were fucking giants. The second you said those boulders came after us, I'm like, fuck.
I was like, what are they using? Trebuchets? I didn't even think of giants.
Yeah, no, giants was the first thing I thought.
Yeah,
of.
same. I was like, ooh, giants.
Do I roll initiative for Ethereal as well?
Yes. If you want him to be in combat.
I'll pick that.
While everyone's doing that, I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. Quick
That
body
is
break
an-
if you guys need it, and I'll call for initiative numbers.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled shit.
I got an 18. But I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Yeah, don't lose track of your numbers. I'll call for it in a second.
I can help keep track if you need.
I got it. Thank you so much, though.
Baby.
Clarissa, you have advantage? What gives you advantage? What is it?
It's a class feature.
Oh.
And Dahlia naturally has advantage on initiative rolls.
Are you a barbarian?
Yes.
Oh, dude. For some reason, I thought you were some sort of like ranger or something.
No, Dahlia's a barbarian. Always has been. Same thing with Lotus. Lotus was a barbarian
Yeah,
too.
I know Lotus was. Man.
Dahlia's been like raging this whole time, man. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a couple things I've been sleeping on with this campaign. I need to take better notes.
I know. It's
Well, I think it's also the longer gaps, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. There's a lot that I forget too. You okay?
Took me like 3/4 of last session to like get into my accent for Gladdek.
I've noticed it's kind of changed a few times.
Dude,
That's alright. That happens.
I mean, that happens, but I also can't even do a Scottish accent. Don, your league's better than what I can pull off. So you know.
I'm still working on like micro adjustments for Yezreel's hex head.
Yeah, it usually takes me about 5 sessions to get fully in my character.
Like what I was
Yeah.
just saying in the chat. I don't know. Yezreel gives me Psy vibes from Naruto.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, 100%.
like not in like the socially removed sort of way, but like I don't know. You're the way like your what's the word? Your cadence. Your
Yeah.
speech.
I'm just trying to get that, like, what it would sound like with the way that sign language is. I feel like each word is like flat as it's so like
Yeah.
that's what I try to convey.
Right.
Yeah, I was kind of mixing like Sai and oh, what is his name? The Shadow Dude from Naruto.
Shikamaru?
Oh, Shikamaru?
Yeah, Shikamaru. Yeah,
Okay,
kind of
sure,
like
yeah, okay.
like Sai's connotation and just dialect and Shikamaru's kind of just almost nonchalantness.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Sorry, I'm just getting the baddies in here.
Oh, are we
No
doing
worries.
it? Are we using a thing?
No, I wasn't prepared enough to
Oh,
do
no, that's okay.
that. Okay, 25 to 20.
No one.
20 to 15.
Dahlia has an 18.
Yezreel has a 19. Ethereal has an 18.
What's your dex with Ethereal?
Ethereal Dex is +3.
And what is yours, Dahlia?
Hang on. You said Dex.
Yep.
+1.
Okay, so Ethereal will go before you.
Gladdek at 16.
Go to initiatives, go to initiatives. Um, 15 to 10.
Aslan has 13.
And 10 to 5?
Tar has 5.
I have 8.
Raven has 8.
Okay, what's your dex?
+3.
+2.
Okay, you'll go after Cain. And then you had 5, Tar?
Yep.
Long initiative list. Okay, am I forgetting anybody? Yezreel, Ethereal, Dahlia.
Yeah, I think that's everyone,
Is
right?
Gore in this?
Aslan. Oh yeah,
so
is
I
Gore
need
in
to
it?
roll for Gore. Ooh. Gore's gonna lead us off
Ooh.
Hell
Wow.
yeah, Gore.
with a 22.
Here's her time to shine. She may be seasick, but she's not land sick.
Okay. So, no one inside of the tower knows what the hell is going on. You guys can see in the distance from the cracks in your windows some giants that are coming up ahead. But the majority of you have to the tower before you can really do more than that. Gore already have been up doing stretches on the bottom floor, activates her boots of invisibility, or her ring of invisibility, rather. And she is going to exit the tower and head towards the giants. And that is her turn. So next up, Yezreel. You are up on the top of the tower.
I have a quick meta question.
Yes.
Is it just going to take all our movement to get out of the tower, or how are you going to rule that?
I'm just going to say that you'll have to use your full movement to get out of the tower.
Okay.
Just because I don't have a map in place.
That's fine. That's all I was wondering.
Yeah, Yezreel, you were at the top of the tower. You had just barely pulled Tar from falling off of the tower, and you can spot in the distance. You can give me a perception check without using your action if you'd like.
Okay. Oh wait, I have what was it? Reliable talent. So that'll actually be a 13 because reliable talent any roll 9 or lower, I can is it 10 if it has my proficiency bonus on it.
Nice.
Now
So-
that you know where those boulders came from, it's easier to tell, but they're still cresting a hill, so you can still like only see about their top half. But there seems to be another creature a little further back that it's even taller than the giants.
Oh.
But you see that the two hill giants coming towards you are preparing to throw more boulders.
Oh, the big baddie's coming.
I aim I pull up my short bow, aim at the hill giant on the left, and try to fire at its eye.
They
Yeah, you
they are
or-
240 feet away.
Let's see. Range 320. The short bow.
Is
But
that the
it's
what's the
It's
what-
disadvantage after 120, isn't it?
Range 80 feet and 80 feet / 320.
yeah? So you can still make your attack roll. It'll just be a disadvantage because of the length.
Okay.
Yeah, you just give these giants the middle finger as you pull out your long-range weapon.
Alright, it's 6, 26, and 16. 16.
That actually hits.
Yeah, dude,
Oh.
Hell yeah.
they're big giants.
It's hard to aim for a specific location, but it is a huge target. So you let loose your bow as the arrow just, like the camera zooms in on the arrow as it starts bending back and forth with the amount of force behind the bow strength. As it flies through the air and spirals into the chest of one of the hill giants. Roll
Fuck
for
yeah.
damage.
Fuck yeah.
8.
Okay. It seems unfazed.
Do you have another attack?
Let's see. What was my? I need to remember my bonus actions.
Oh wait, that's right. Never mind. You don't have another. You don't have a second attack as a.
You
a-
can use your bonus action to dash.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use. Let's see. To use a misty step to get at least 30 feet closer.
Okay. So, just for cool, I know you're like 100 feet up from the tower. Describe to me how you Assassin's Creed off of this tower and misty
Leap of
step
faith
to the
yourself.
ground.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Leap of faith yourself.
I go and rush off, sprinting off the tower. And I jump. I open up my arms and begin to start to dive. As right before I hit the ground, you see me fade into smoke and reappear.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
the smoke with your trajectory, it forms as it like swooshes and makes a plume on the ground as you appear sprinting, continuing forward.
It's like the last minute feather fall from a cleric in WoW.
Okay. So that's all you can do for your turn. Next up, Ethereal. Seeing you jump off of the roof, tell me what it does for you.
Ethereal will. Let's see here. What is? I haven't used Ethereal before. So, Ethereal will be sprinting like right next to me.
Okay. Ethereal takes its time to carefully put all of its legs on the edge of the wall and kind of jumps and attaches its web to the bottom corner of one of the crenellations. And it stops itself shortly of hitting the
Cool.
ground and continues to skitter its way.
Cool.
It's not able to get to where you're at because of your Misty Step bonus, but it gets about halfway to you.
Cool.
Dahlia, you have no idea where Gore went. Gore was doing some training exercises with you in the morning and all of a sudden disappeared. You muted there, pal?
Yeah, Clarissa, you're up in initiative, my friend.
Sorry.
Do you need me to catch you up?
A little bit, yeah. I had a little mishap that I had to deal with.
It's all right. It's all right. basically, Yezreel and his pet spider went sprinting after the hill giant by jumping off of the tower. But as like you were practicing and doing some stretches with Gore, she instantly vanished after the boulders hit the tower, leaving you alone in the kind of foyer at the bottom of the tower. What do you do?
Dahlia's gonna exit the tower.
Okay, and you just head towards the giants?
Yes.
Okay, are you sprinting? They're about 240 feet away.
Yeah, she'll sprint.
Okay. Alright, so you use your action to dash. Anything else for your turn?
She's gonna use her bonus action and go into a rage.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Describe to me how that looks.
And like she's gonna rage like as she's running. So like as she's sprinting out the tower, like you see her just like huffing and puffing as red light starts to glow from underneath her scales, and she gets just a little bit bigger.
Okay. Cool. Now with Gore, Dahlia, not Endless, Christ, Yezreel and Tar. Now that the time has come where you can now see the third adversary, you see a dire troll. It is a huge giant creature, and it is sprinting at unnatural speeds, like kind of flailing its arms like Attack on Titan style. It's going to use its action to dash. So it is about 120 feet away from Endless. Fucking Christ again. From Yezreel. That'll be its turn. One of the hill giants is now up, and it's going to throw another boulder at the tower. Okay. It hits. It's going to deal 20 damage. The tower now has 24 HP left.
Oh boy.
Everyone else still in the tower, you start to feel it like bend and break as parts of the wall are starting to pull off, and it's starting to feel very unsteady. It's going to come down soon. Gladdek, your turn. As you're like stirring, trying to figure out what the hell just happened, a giant boulder hits the side of your wall where you were able to see out of the window, and you have to pull yourself out of the way as now all of your wall is exposed to air. You can see 3 huge creatures, 2 giants and 1 troll that are heading your direction. What do you do?
Morden, give us strength as he dashes to try and catch up to the folks that have already left the tower. Once he gets within eyesight, he's going to cast Shield of Faith on Yezreel, which is going to give Yezreel a +2 to his AC as long as I maintain concentration up to 10 minutes.
Nice.
Okay. You're just able to get within reach. It's so tough catching up with your dwarven stature. But you find the willpower to just barely get within range of your spell. Tell me how it looks as you use Shield of Faith.
There's this glowing, like, fiery shield that, like, comes down and, like straps itself to Yezreel's arm. It doesn't do anything to, like, impede his actual movement or, like, actions, but there's, like, this sort of, like, ethereal flame shield attached to Yezreel now.
Dope. Teamwork. Anything else for your turn?
That's all Gladdek could do. He's using his little stumpy dwarven legs to try and get caught up there.
Okay, Aslan, you're up, and then Cain's on deck.
So yeah, Aslan would head outside of the tower. Where is everybody in relationship to me?
Cain, Raven, and Tar are still in the tower, but everyone else is sprinting towards these giants.
Is anybody within 10 to 20 feet of me?
I could say that Cain and Raven would be, as they're both trying to head out of the tower, but Raven is probably flying out. I can't speak for her, but yes, you are theoretically within 10 feet of somebody.
Big man, you like messing things up, right?
He says to Cain.
He went AFK.
Oh.
If you want, you can hold your action.
If Raven's in earshot, he would ask what Raven does. I don't think Aslan knows what you are. Like, he knows you're a fairy, but not what are, like, your class.
Right. I plan to fly over and just cast a spell on them, essentially.
Ah, magic user. Never mind.
If Cain is willing, Aslan is going to teleport him and Cain within 30 feet of the giants.
Okay. So what I'll have you do then, I'll hold your action for Cain to take his move, because Cain is up next and I'll be skipping him.
Okay.
Okay. So, next up, we have Raven and then Tar on deck.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start flying out and dash, essentially, with my flying, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so dashing does take an action.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
I gotta get close anyways.
so there's a couple of bricks that have fallen out of the wall in your room.
Okay.
But you're able to squeeze your way out and start flying towards the hill giants.
Perfect.
Cain, I skipped your turn, so it is your turn, and Aslan had an action saved depending on what you did.
Sorry, with a little bit of a escaped dog situation outside. Everything's
Right.
cool.
Alright.
Basically, if you're willing, Aslan's going to teleport you and him straight up to the giants. Because they're like 200 feet away.
That's totally fine. I just had this little cutscene plan as I wake up with all the destruction of the tower.
You can describe that before this happens.
Okay, then yeah, I'm down. Okay, so you like come into my room or something, and I wake up because a large boulder falls beneath my bed, and you notice that I'm wearing an eye mask that looks like my hero mask. And right as I go bump, I raise my eye mask to be wearing my hero mask, and I say, I knew it. And I just like look up at Aslan and just like pull off my blankets, just fully ready to go in my hero outfit.
Like you were already dressed.
Yes, I was ready to go.
Yeah, Aslan just looks at you and is like,
You wanna fuck shit up?
I'm ready to kick ass in the name of justice. And I light my cigar and put it in my mouth.
yeah, and Aslan does like the Goku instant transmission kind of pose. No, with like the fingertips on his forehead.
That's right.
And like a fat ass Goku and a buff ass Vegeta, he teleports right in front of the hill giants.
Zing! Oh, fuck yeah!
And he just says, fuck shit up.
I'm gonna give inspiration to Cain.
Cool.
So, Cain, you still have full movement and your action and bonus action. Now you are 30 feet within the giants, and you see that there is a third creature there now, a dire troll.
How tall are the giants?
The giants are huge. I would say they're the hill giants are about the same size at about between 15 and 20 feet tall, respectively.
Okay.
And the dire troll is about 25 feet tall.
Okay, I look at one of the giants, and I say, now was not the day! And I grab my dragon's whip, and I just like, and I crack it, and a little bit of lick of flame occurs as I break the fucking sound barrier, and I'll just like do like a heroic leap forward as I rage, and you just see like really like my muscles just sort of like intense, and maybe a couple more veins pop out where it normally wouldn't, and I'll go for 2 attacks with my dragon's tail.
There is one that's been slightly damaged by Yezreel, been shot in the chest, and the other one's fully healthy.
because of how quickly this moment happened, I won't. I'll say I'll just follow through. I don't know if that's what it will be. So I'll actually make the first attack reckless.
Okay. Give me an advantage roll.
I'm glad I asked for that. Oh, perfect. That's a 29 to hit.
Hits.
And then I'll roll for my second attack, and I'll also go for reckless.
Okay. You can only do that once per turn.
Wait, reckless only once per turn, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
because it gives you disadvantage, and disadvantage isn't stacked. Let me double check that. Hold on.
I can read it. Hold on. You make your first attack. On your first attack, you can decide. Oh yeah, so it's only once per turn. Okay, that's fine. So my second attack is 14 to hit.
Okay, that actually barely hits.
Cool. Okay, so that's going to be.
I will say it does work for both attacks because it says any strength-based weapon attacks during your turn, but you have to decide if it's reckless on the first attack.
Yeah, but you only have one first attack per turn.
Well, yeah, but you decide to do it reckless on the first, and then any following attacks that are strength-based have advantage as well.
Okay. For right now, I'm only going to allow it for the
That's
first
fine.
attack.
That's fine.
We'll talk about it after.
So that's going to be a total of 15 plus 4 is
19.
19.
Okay.
And if it matters, fire damage.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to roll. Is there an extra?
That's only if you've taken fire damage.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That's going to be it for me. I'll how much? You said they were 30 feet away from me.
Yes.
So I'll only go 20 feet into the giant that I attacked because my whip has the range.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Next up, we've got Raven. You said you were just dashing with your flight. We've got Tar with the second hill giant on deck.
Awesome possum. Are two of the giants considered large?
They're considered huge.
Okay, never mind on that one. Tar's gonna look at them with just rage. As in her head, she just goes, "You attacked my home, I kill you." As she grabs 3 of her arrows. With her longbow, and since she's a sharpshooter, I'm gonna shoot the left giant. I'm gonna have 2 shots go towards its eyes.
Are you using sharpshooter on both of them?
Yep.
Okay, so make sure you minus 10 from your attack roll.
It's 5.
5, my bad, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that I have the sharpshooter feat, so I don't have disadvantage at a far shot.
Oh,
well,
yes,
right,
that's
that
true.
is a passive benefit, but you can call that to deal more damage.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to do that. Basically, you can just take a negative 10 to the hit, and if you still hit, you deal an extra 10 damage.
It's only 5 now.
Oh, it's 5. My bad.
Yeah.
I said 10 because he said 10.
No, you're good. Alright, so the first shot. Yes! That's 24 to hit an eye.
Hell yeah.
That hits, for sure.
Okay, let me roll the other shots.
Who are you shooting at?
The left one. Does 13 hit?
It ties AC, ties go to attacker.
Cool. And then she'll shoot the third arrow at the right one's eye, one of its eyes.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's nat 20.
Oh my god.
And I have the piercer critical hit.
What does that mean?
When you score a critical hit that does piercing damage to your creature, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll give everybody a reminder with crits in my game. Max damage times 2.
And that one I would want to use my my new frag arrow.
Okay.
Okay, how much damage was it? 2d6?
I have the notes here. I forgot to make the item. Frag ball
Save.
bearing, DC 14, Dex, 2d6 fire damage. Fail takes full damage. Save takes half. 10-foot radius of difficult terrain, no matter what.
Okay, he passes, so he'll take half damage from that.
Okay, so let me
So
roll
just
the.
just roll your fire damage separately.
Okay, so that is 8 for the first arrow. That is 3 for the second arrow, and then the third arrow.
They should be doing match. Oh,
Yeah, the third. Well, the third. It's right. So that's 8, and then crit is another 8, right?
Yeah. So how much damage does your bow deal?
1d8 plus 2.
All right. So you did 16 off that, and then you do another d8 because of your piercer. So that's 24. 2d6, which
and then
is
the explosion. Yeah.
2d6, which is 2d6, which is 12 because he passed. So you have 36 points of damage on that crit.
Perfect. Yeah. So she just does it where she just grabs 2 arrows, goes pluck pluck, as it just whistle past Lieutenant Cain's head, as it kind of curves down and curves upwards, and hits the left giants in both eyes with arrows sticking out. The third one, it sounds like a firecracker from just the fuse burning, as right when it slams into the right giant's eye, it just explodes with ball bearings shooting out everywhere from its eye socket.
Okay, that area is now considered difficult terrain. Roll your damage for your other attacks on the other guy.
Cool.
I did. So it was the first hit was 8 damage, and then the second hit was 3 damage. So a total of 11 damage on the left giant, and blinded him.
No, he was just asking for what your hit to roll for your attack on the second giant.
No, she did.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay. So with your attacks, do you do anything else with your turn? You're still on top of the tower.
I do. I'm actually going to use my where's it at? I'm sorry. Let me see here. What is it called? My action surge. I'm going
hell yeah.
to shoot my grappling hook arrow at the tallest tree I can possibly see.
There are no trees in this area.
Oh.
We're in a meadow.
Grapple the hook on the skull.
Right?
Attack on Titan style.
I mean, that was going to be my goal at some point, is to make a harness. But I'm going to fire the grappling hook as far as I can to keep it at an incline, where I'm going to use my bow to, like James Bond style, slide down the cable line with my bow.
Okay. All right, I'll allow that. So
cool.
Describe to me how that looks.
She just pulls it. She wraps it, the rope around the a part of the jagged static stone. Fires the grappling hook as it goes straight into the ground and does the little extra push to go deeper. She flings the bow over, and she uses her forearm on top of one side and her hand on the other to hold herself there, and she'll slide down the rope like it's a cable.
Okay, cool.
And on my turn, however far that took me.
All right. I'll just say that you're at the foot of the tower. Because you were climbing down, I'll say that you used your movement to get there. But the second hill giant, the more healthy of the two, is now going to take its move. Really struggling with its very low intelligence. He looks over to the troll, and he points his finger, and he picks up another boulder and throws it at the tower.
Interesting.
So that is going to hit once more. This could be the end of your tower for right now, if I roll high enough.
Less than 24. Less than 24.
Okay, 18
I'd-
damage.
I'd like to
Nice.
use my reaction if he succeeded on that attack roll.
Okay. To do what?
I'm going to cast Silvery Barbs on the hill
Nice.
giant that threw the rock.
Remind me what that does.
Silver Barbs is great.
You turn a triggering creature and turn a momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. They must reroll the d20 and use the lower roll, and then a chosen creature, which would be Cain because he's the only one within range, has advantage on the next attack roll they make.
That's cool.
Ability check or saving throw within a
And
minute.
this is a cantrip, DM.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous.
I
That is
love it.
ridiculous.
It's
That's
so fucking
ridiculous.
ridiculous. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
Let me just double check the verbiage here on the instant fortress.
Also,
You know
Well,
what?
if it
You know what? It
technically
does-
says that, right?
Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily say the AC for it, but because rule of cool, because of your silvery barbs and his moments of mental weakness, he gets momentarily distracted and throws the boulder. And Tar, you realize that if you had not moved from the top of the tower, this would have clipped you. It goes flying just above the tower.
Oh shit.
she does a big sigh relief body gesture seeing that.
Same.
Okay. Gore is next with Yezreel on deck. Gore is going to keep walking up and is going to roll stealth using Christ, what is the move called? Hold on.
Is it a ranger ability or a rogue ability?
It's a rogue ability. It is a cunning action. It's gonna use a Gore's bonus action to sneak. Okay. That is a 18.
Is the grass tall enough for it or what?
She is invisible.
Oh, okay.
She has a ring of invisibility.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cool.
Then she's gonna go into a rage and slam down her flame tongue axe onto the foot of one of the hill giants. But wait,
Ooh.
she can't rage because used bonus action, so she'll just go for an attack. Okay, that definitely hits. We'll go for another attack.
Gore, she's our girl.
And
I don't know
she
anything
also
else.
hits. Okay, one moment, sorry. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that is going to be, because she landed 2 attacks, is going to be 2 d12s, and I don't have one at my fingertips, so we'll roll here.
I always use Doodle to be honest,
Okay.
because it doesn't lag the fuck out of my computer.
It's going to be 23 damage, and we'll add sneak attack to that.
Oh,
And
Dude, Rogue Barbarian is badass.
It's so good.
yeah. Oh my god.
So she got 36 points of damage as she turns out from invisibility with her muscles flaring, just slams down twice on the toes of this hill giant.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah, those pennies are gonna wish they didn't go to the market.
Holy shit. Did me and her tie for the same amount of damage?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
Holy
so.
shit, that's cool. That's cool.
All right. The hill giant on the right is looking bad. Is now missing 4 toes on 1 foot, and it's wobbling and barely keeping consciousness. All right, Yezreel, you're up.
How far away am I from the giants?
I didn't declare, but they were moving forward as we were going. So you're probably within your walking distance, we'll say. Just
Okay,
not
within 30
complicating.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Same with the troll.
The troll is about 10 feet behind the 2 giants.
Okay.
All right. Let's.
Ethereal's on deck after you, by the way.
Okay. Alright, so Israel will go up to the giant that Grog is at
Okay.
and attack with my my 2 daggers, my weapon of certain death and dagger of venom.
Okay.
And let's see here. Oh, let's roll 2 attack. Be a, what is that? Technically 19.
That hits.
And a 22.
Nice.
Definitely hits.
Alright.
Kill him.
We'll go with piercing. Alright, this is 7. So 7.
That puts him on 1 HP. How do you finish him off?
Oh, fucking kill him.
Hell yeah.
Give me some
Yes.
theatrics. How do you take down this giant?
Oh yeah. As Israel spreads up, he pulls my 2 daggers out from under my cloak and begin to pretty much just climb the giant with my daggers, just
Yes.
impaling them
Yes.
until I can get to its neck and slice it.
Okay. So, you take 1 slash at his ankle and he's about to fall over. And as he's doing so, you quickly climb up like you're scaling a fucking rock wall. As he's about to hit the ground, you slice his neck and flip off and land beneath the dust cloud formed by his fallen body.
Wow.
No.
That is 1 hill giant down. Way to focus the target, guys. Anything for your bonus action?
Bonus action. Let me see, because I got a new spell. Let me see if I can use that. Okay. Bonus action, I'll dash to the other giant.
Okay. Because of the giant that you killed, you were in difficult terrain. So with your dash, you'll just be moving your normal movement speed, which is enough to get you just to the other giant.
Perfect.
Okay. Ethereal's turn.
Ethereal. Let's see.
Ethereal has just enough movement speed to make it to the other giant.
Okay. Oh, Ethereal will go to kind of the other giant. And let's see here. Okay. What? Okay, so Ethereal will go over to the other giant and bite at the ankle of it.
Okay, roll for your attack.
Its attack is 1d8 plus 3. Plus 3. So 11.
Okay, that actually misses.
Okay. Not sure if he has anything for a bonus.
No, they usually
No.
don't.
Okay.
Okay. As Ethereal goes into bite, the giant just barely scoots its foot out of the way enough. Seems like it's preparing to throw another boulder, and that's why it's been done.
Alright, let's see.
Okay. Now, Dahlia, and then it's the dire troll on deck.
Okay, how far am I from the next troll?
I'd say you'd have to move your full movement speed to get to the giant, and then the troll is 10 feet past that.
Okay, Dahlia's gonna head for the next giant while she screeches flame on and her axe bursts into flame.
Okay.
And
love that it's flame on. Fuck yeah.
Hang on, it's been such a minute since I've. Let's see. This thing. +3 with rage. Okay. So yeah, she's going to attack that giant with her flame axe.
Okay, give me some attack rolls.
24 to hit,
Hits.
and she's gonna do 2 attacks on it,
Okay.
and then 28 to hit.
Definitely hits.
First one is going to deal 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 2d6. 19 damage on that first hit.
Okay.
Second one will deal 15, 16, 17, 18. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 damage on the next hit.
Okay.
Damn.
Do you deal any extra damage with your flame taunt? I mean, your axe being inflamed?
Yeah, I counted for all of that. I rolled for that.
Okay. In the future, it doesn't matter in this instance. Just separate the fire damage from the slashing damage.
Okay, you should be able to see it in the log.
Right. Sorry, I just have like 50 different tabs open.
Okay, no worries. I'll let you know next time though.
Okay. Anything else from your turn?
I think that is. God, it's so hard just using the app on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do this turn.
Okay. We've got the dire troll on deck now. It has enough movement speed to get up to the other giant. Trying to determine who has the largest amount of threat, and it's gonna go for Yezreel because it's the one that took down his friend. It's going to do a let's see. It's going to use its a whirlwind of claws, which is on a recharge of 5 or 6, but did not need to recharge. Each creature within 10 feet of the troll must make a DC 19 death save. So that would be Yezreel, Cain,
and Cain, yeah.
Yezreel, Cain, Gore, and Ethereal. Right? That's everybody?
Yeah.
And Dahlia. Yep. Okay, so I need death saves from all of those people.
I have advantage.
Damn.
Okay, hold up. Wait, what's happening?
22.
I'm going to use Whirlwind of Claws, the special ability of this creature. I need you to make a death save of 19.
Basically,
Okay.
you guys are getting fucked.
That's not a.
Yeah, the boss is opening up a can of whip by axe.
That's not an attack. It's just a straight dex save.
Straight death save.
Damn it.
You
I'm like,
should-
I have a reaction for attacks, but damn it, that wouldn't apply here.
You should have advantage because you're a barbarian, right?
Not on dexterity.
Yeah.
Oh no, advantage on dex.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So with advantage, god damn it, that's a 10.
Okay, fail.
21.
Pass.
22.
Pass. What about Ethereal?
7.
Okay, that's a fail. And then Gore barely fails. Everyone who failed is going to take 44 slashing damage.
Ow.
Everyone who
Damn.
passed is 22.
Okay, I also have that because I'm raging.
Okay, so you'll actually take 11.
That's
Wait, hold up. I'm raging too. Does that do anything for me?
You'll take half damage.
Which is 11.
11?
If you passed.
Oh, if you passed.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dahlia.
Yeah, so Dahlia, you'll actually just take 22 because of your rage. Okay, and
Barbarians!
let's see. That's it for the troll. but it is going to. It's just going to stay right next to the hill giant. Gladdek, you're up, and then Aslan on deck.
Oh, real quick, I have a question.
Yes.
With the coin
How's
that
it-
I got, does it give what exactly will that do if I use it?
It gives you 1 use of luck per day.
Okay, and it lets me re-roll
It
save.
absolutely does.
And also, you can also use a luck point to make your attacker re-roll. It's
not
basically,
exactly
it's basically just the luck feat once per day.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it doesn't apply for him, but you can use it to try to see if you can pass.
Gotcha. So can I see if I can use it for ethereal to pass?
I don't think it works like that.
Okay.
It's either you or the person targeting you.
Okay. So I wanted to make sure of that because ethereal is now down.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yeah.
She's like bodies up like a spider
Oh.
that almost got squished to death.
As the dire troll comes out, its claws extend as it starts spinning like almost like a goddamn weed whacker, like coming across the team in a straight line. And luckily, Ethereal was able to avoid just enough to not get sliced in twine, but is currently unconscious. Gladdek, you're up.
Gladdek's going to open up by casting Healing Word on Ethereal. That's a bonus action.
Nice.
Not a whole lot, but it'll get her
That's
up, or
enough.
him. So Ethereal has 2 HP. He's then going to close the distance on the troll. And
You have just enough movement speed to do that.
perfect. He's going to make 3 attacks with his Warhammer on the troll.
Okay.
23, 28, and 12.
The 12 misses, the other 2 hit.
Those are going to do 16 bludgeoning. And then he's going to action surge to make 3 attacks again.
Okay, the 16 is combined?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and give me some more attacks.
18, 20, 11.
First 2 hit, and the third one misses.
And that'll be 17 on that second round of
Okay,
bludgeoning.
So you dealt 33 damage total. Such a sizable chunk. But was this bludgeoning?
Yes, it was all bludgeoning.
The troll seems to be taking this a lot better than what you'd expect. And takes half damage from that attack.
And that will be it for Gladdek.
Okay. Aslan, you're up. Cain on deck.
Alrighty.
Aslan just says, "Don't fail me now," and he's going to cover up all of his eyes except for his left eyeball, which the Eye of Vecna was put into. As he's going to he's gonna close it and open it like in a blink fashion, and like Sasuke Renegon style, it like turns like a purple black as he's gonna cast Dominate Monster on the giant.
Fuck yeah, dude! Fuck yeah!
That's badass.
Dominate that bitch!
That's cool as shit, dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
I need to make a save.
Yes, Wisdom save
What's the DC?
18.
Are you using on the hill giant or the dire troll?
The hill giant.
Okay. Wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So, the hill giant fails, but I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. And as
Oh!
he casts that in a non-Aslan way, he just says, "Serve."
Okay? Go ahead and give me that saving throw, pal.
Ooh, that was almost a crit fail, but as a 23.
Oh, almost crit fail, but 23.
You're lucky it did. But as you say serve, You have to restrain yourself from doing more than dominating this creature.
Oh, fuck yeah,
And
dude.
you're able to push that part of you down just enough to keep concentrated on your spell. But
yes.
you are successful.
He just commands it to attack the troll.
Okay.
Dude, that's so badass. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
didn't know that's something you could do.
The troll is going to use, the hill giant's going to use its multi-attack to make 2 great club attacks on the troll.
Yes.
He has a +8 to hit. And that is a 24 for the first. And a 14. Oh, that's a 9. So that is a 17, which barely hits.
Yes.
Alright, so that is going to be, I'm not gonna roll for this, I'm just gonna take the average roll. So 18 twice, so that is 36 points of bludgeoning damage, which he takes half of.
Okay.
And that will be okay.
And then I'm just gonna bonus action Bardic Inspiration on Yezreel.
Okay.
Don't I still have inspiration too?
You have well, I think somebody has advantage against attacking one of the trolls unless
Oh,
that was
that-
already used,
Yeah.
or the giant.
Was that the one that's already dead, or is that the one that's down? I mean, still alive. I can't
It's
remember.
whoever last through the boulder who has silvery barbed. Or no, I gave you advantage because I specifically have to say who. So you have advantage on your next attack roll.
That's what it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then keep in mind, Yezreel, you do have that +2 to your AC because of
Inspiration.
Gladdek.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you give out inspiration. Everyone is there within range, except for Tar. She's still over by the tower, so you can affect everyone else.
Yep.
Okay, so everyone else, you guys have inspiration.
It's only an individual thing, right?
I thought inspiration can be given to multiple people.
No. I mean, unless if his class can do it.
Oh no, never mind. You're right.
Nope,
It
just
is
a creature, yeah, so just Yezreel.
Okay.
I think that was specifically the level whatever bard war general
Yeah,
had
this
the
is
ability
a
to give it to everybody.
Food thing.
Okay, so Cain, you're up. Raven, you're on deck.
Okay. I as the giant falls and I look over and the other giants just being wailed on as I witness fucking Aslan just like dominate this giant. I almost looked a little like shocked because like I am ultimately worried about what the power of the eye can really do.
As you're thinking that, Cain, you look over and you see that you see just a slight moment of weakness within Aslan. You see like a darkness go over his eyes and it quickly recedes.
I'll look back. How far from the troll is am I like?
You're
20
about
feet?
you're about 10, 15 feet.
Okay, so I will run about 5 feet to give myself a good amount of space to pick up some speed to launch.
Okay.
And Colonel Cain Maxwell is about to reveal his first signature move.
Oh shit.
I crack my whip once more, and as it recoils, it comes into a perfect little fold, wrapped up, and I put it on my hip, and I go to reach for my flame-tongued axe on my back, as I say, "You are going to regret this. I was just getting my sleep," and I kind of like dig my myself into the ground as if like someone who's about to run some sort of track meet, pose.
Yeah.
And the ground, like Mike Guy style, just kind of creases into the earth like an inch or so, and I will, after running 5 feet, just kind of like launch myself up in the air, and I'm going to just like front flip with my axe burning in fire as my first attack on the troll.
Hell yeah.
And I
Okay.
say, Flaming Phoenix Strike! And I just flip.
Nice. All right, give me some attack rolls. This attack is at advantage. You're muted.
I'm also going to make this a pushing attack.
Okay.
I almost rolled a crit, but that's going to be a 29 to hit for my first hit. And he needs to make a... hold on. He needs to make a strength saving throw DC of 18.
Okay. He got a 23.
Okay, so that passes, so he isn't pushed back. However, I still get to add the damage to it, so that's going to be... So that's 7 slashing damage, and then I need to roll 2d6.
He resists the slashing, but not the fire.
11 points of fire. And an additional 5 points of damage from my pushing attack.
Okay.
Right as I land in the center of his sternum, I'll just like put my feet onto his chest and pull my axe out, and before I can fall back down, I'll just wail back into him with my axe for another attack, and I'll make it reckless.
Okay, give me an advantage.
Get him. Get him.
No crit, but 21 to hit.
That hits, but good God, the amount of melee force with this group.
I know, right?
So that's 7 points of damage. And I'm also going to make this another pushing attack. So roll another strength save, DC of 18.
Okay. I got a 21. He has
Okay,
a plus,
so
actually, I got a 19. He has +6 to strength.
yeah, that still passes. So that's an additional 8 points of fire damage, and hold please. And 3 points on top of that for my pushing attack.
You have knocked him into the double digits.
I will end my turn.
The troll seems to be kind of like, not like limping, but is definitely looking wounded. Now we have Raven and then Tar on deck.
Okay. I am going to cast Scorching Ray,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put 2 of the rays on the giant and the 3rd ray on the troll.
Okay, give me some
Nice.
spell attack rolls.
Okay.
Do you need some
sorry.
help with that?
Okay, so I just hit this.
Raven, you're tracking the hill giants controlled by Aslan, right?
Yeah, so I'm doing 2 for him and then 1 for the troll.
Okay,
Oh.
that's fine.
Wait, hold on. That's not just that giant's being controlled right now. Is what he's trying to specify.
So Aslan has him controlled at the moment, so he is currently on your side.
Oh.
Do you want to
okay.
just have all 3 go?
You can still fuck him up. I just wanted to make sure you knew that before.
Yeah. Let's just take out the troll.
Okay.
Then.
All right.
So the 15
Get
for
up.
the first one.
Okay. 15
20.
ties AC.
29 for the second one.
Christ, that hits.
And then 14 for the next one.
The last one misses, but the other 2 hit. Give me some damage.
Okay. That would be 6. 4.
10 points of fire damage. Okay. He does not resist that, so you see a lot of the chest hair is kind of singed and it releases like a very strong odor into the air. but it seems that your attack has landed true. Do you have anything for your bonus action you want to do? You can click the bonus action
yes,
area
yes.
right there.
I am going to. I'm gonna apply poison to my daggers.
Okay.
You're a fairy that has poison?
Poison fairy.
Okay, you coat your daggers. Tell me what this poison looks like. Its viscosity, its smell, its look.
So it comes out as clear, but then as soon as I apply it to the dagger, it turns into this blue, almost foam-like, almost sudsy,
Cool.
and then it's just dripping down the dagger the whole time.
Awesome. And so you were within range for your scorching ray. How high are you flying in the air, and how close are you?
I'm within pretty much range, within 30 feet.
Well, okay. And about how high are you flying up?
20 feet?
Sure. So you're just flying just slightly above head level of the troll.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we have Raven. We have Tar, and then the Hill Giant on deck.
Tar is gonna take 3 shots. She's gonna have her first 2 shots. She's gonna go for the eyes on the troll.
Okay.
Does a 28 hit?
Hits.
One second. Do I have the ability to? Nope. That's a nat 1 on the second one.
Oh shit.
Okay.
And then she'll try to hit its other eye with this shot.
Okay.
Does 14 hit?
You're trying to hit the troll?
Yep.
That barely misses. I want you to
Okay.
roll me a quick D100 real quick, though.
Oh, sure. 100. 24.
Okay. So, nothing major happens. You just see your arrow fly off into the distance, and although you can't see it, your arrow snaps.
Okay, let me roll my damage. Damn, my rolls are not with me. Oh my gods. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna use my piercing ability to re-roll that damage because that was horrid. Oh, there we go. 8 damage to its left eye.
Nice.
Okay, and what's the total damage for both?
For both?
Yeah, didn't you send 2 attacks its way? And one
But I thought I missed 2 of them.
you
I got
only
8.
rolled- his AC is 15.
So I rolled 28, nat 1, 14.
Gotcha, my bad. My bad, thank you.
All good.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna desummon. My bonus action. She's going to sign with one hand directly to Gore, and I'm gonna use my maneuver Commander Strike to inform Gore that the troll is off balance from the arrow strike, and they get to attack right now.
Gore, without even looking, with the flames swirling around the axe in her arm, she just sprints up and slams down onto its Achilles heel. Do I get to add your superiority die for damage, or do you
Yes.
just spend one? What's
Yeah.
your die?
It's gonna be a 1d10.
Okay. She ties for damage.
Cool.
I mean, she ties for AC, so she hits. Okay, didn't roll the best damage there. Flame tongue. Wow. Okay. Most of that fire damage was very good. slashing damage because it is reduced due to resistance. The troll is going to take 3, and then takes 11 fire damage.
Nice.
You guys are really chunking this guy down.
Like cutting a big tree.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. She's just preparing her next artillery strike.
Okay. The hill giant's up now, and then on deck is Gore. The hill giant's going to try to break the dominate monster.
Try to break the dummy mommy.
Yeah, the dominate mommy. What's your DC? 18
Yes.
for wisdom?
Mhm.
Okay. It's still under your control. What would you like it to do?
Aslan, like his left eye twitches. Make him kneel.
Charisma saving throw.
Ah.
Oh.
His head is standing too high. 20.
Okay. It's getting harder and harder to push these dark thoughts aside.
Oh, I'm sure it is, dude. It's
Yeah,
probably
Aslan's
winking
just
you
like
in the
grabbing his
ear.
head like a terrible migraine's going on.
The hill giant is going to try to grapple the troll and then kneel before his master.
Dude, Aslan's gonna turn into Ron, who hold the Horcrux too long.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm more imagining Sakuna from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Never watched that, but sure.
Okay, the troll is able to break the grapple, but the hill giant continues its action to kneel before his master.
Okay.
And that will end his turn. Gore is up now. Gore is going to go into a rage and is going to make 2 reckless attacks.
No, only one.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, first attack is going to be reckless. Okay, that one hits. Second attack. That one also hits just barely. Okay, so that is going to be 29 damage for slashing, but it's going to be halved, so we'll round to 15. And then we'll roll some extra fire damage. And then 12 points of fire damage, so 30 damage total.
Wow. And so you said this guy was like 10 feet taller than the giant, so he's like,
Yeah.
what, 30 feet tall?
Yeah, about.
3 stories?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then Dora is going to use her cunning action to disengage and back off 30 feet. And so after Gore is Jezreel with Ethereal on deck.
Did Dora use their bonus action to rage just now?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Thanks for keeping me honest. So
Sorry.
the troll is going to take an attack of opportunity, and that hits.
I didn't want to be that guy.
No. I appreciate it. And the troll is going to put its body down and take a bite out of Gore.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's going to deal. Let's see.
You taste good in my soup.
It's going to deal 11 points of piercing damage, which will be halved. We'll go to 6, and we'll take 5 poison damage as well. So Gore will take what is it? 16 damage total. Okay. All right. So Jezreel, you're up. Ethereal on deck.
All right.
The troll is looking much worse than the giant is.
Gotcha. Alright. Go to the troll since the giant is still under control. Let's see. Inspiration gives the advantage on attack roll, correct?
or an advantage on a roll?
It's a it's a D10 added to
Oh, it's a D10
a roll.
added, it's not an
Yep.
advantage.
D10 added to
And-
hits
Ah.
or
It's
saves.
to attack rolls, saves, or ability checks.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, so never mind. Won't go to the troll. That seems to be getting handled. We're going to do the dagger, a two-handed weapon attack on the giant while it's kneeling.
Advantage? Question mark?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
because advantage because ethereal is within 5 feet of it.
Or just
Technically,
yeah, I was gonna say just
Or-
because he was kneeling, but
Yeah.
could be an
Yeah.
advantage for sure.
Perfect.
And because it's advantage, you get sneak attack on this roll.
Yeah,
Get
that's
a
what I was
crit.
looking for.
Get a crit. Kill him.
All right, so dagger of venom. That again. Okay, 27,
Oh, that
That
hits
hits.
so hard. Kill him.
and then dagger of certain death. Actually,
Yeah.
roll has advantage.
I'd absolutely call it certain of death.
28. Okay, so no crits. They
That
hit.
hits. And your dagger of certain death prevents healing, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And dagger of venom is +2, or 2d10. Let's see, what was the gain a +1 bonus to attack? You can use an action to cause the thick black. Okay, so I didn't put the poison on the dagger, so but we'll do that. So 9, 6.
So are you like the jumper type? Like you jump and stab?
Yeah.
Because I like that. You're not
Yeah.
like the slashing stay by the ankles. You
You
know?
guys
Oh
haven't-
no.
You guys haven't really been able to see the type of rogue that he is.
Yeah.
Basically fights like Yoda.
Cool.
So 9, 15 plus
Damn.
33. What's
15.
that? 48?
How much was the 33 is coming from sneak attack damage?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was your piercing damage again? Sorry.
Piercing damage was. What was that? 15.
Okay. The troll has leaned down and took a nice bite out of gore and looks over to you with blood dripping down its maw as you look at it.
And attacks the giant.
Yeah, I attacked the giant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the giant.
It's
kills
okay. It's part of the cutscene.
It looks at you dripping with blood and gore from its mouth as you turn around and go to attack the giant. You were just shy of killing it.
Oh,
Tell me how it goes.
So, as the giant is kneeling, I run up the back of its legs, proceeding to just hack away at the nape, just attacking, slashing at the back of the neck.
is it
Okay.
poison from the venom?
He
No,
did
I
not throw
didn't.
poison.
I didn't apply the poison, unfortunately.
But you can still go for some sort of rule cool.
See,
I still
good.
want to. The
Uh,
giant, because you've made 2 attacks against him, gets 2 chances to break his dominate.
Sure.
What was the DC? 18?
18.
That was cocked. Fail. Fail.
Yeah, they're not passing, dude. There's no way they have a positive charisma score.
Yeah, I have to roll a 19 to pass.
I forgot. I forgot to do something, but oh well.
Well, your turn isn't over.
Oh, so
You still have
As
bonus
I-
action.
gotcha. It was mainly just with my attacks because I forgot about my booming blade.
Oh, that would have done it.
That would have done it.
Okay. All right. Now you have ethereal. You can give ethereal the chance to finish this motherfucker.
Yep. Yeah. Ethereal.
And it's just kneeling there, just taking this shit.
Yeah.
Ethereal will go and bite it again, and I completely forgot about its +5 to its attack.
That's okay. It's been a minute
So-
since you played.
Yeah. So Ethereal will go to try to bite it again. What was your attack again? melee. Oh, what was the melee weapon attack? 1d4 plus 5, right?
I don't have the stat block pulled up.
Melee, yeah, it looks like it's 1d4. Okay. Let's see here.
You idiot! Why are you attacking him?
Hey, don't say that to him. That's not nice.
It's like me and Irene.
Okay. Here you go. There we go. 6 plus 5. 11.
Okay. Tell me how Ethereal finishes the giant.
Oh,
Hell
fuck
yeah.
yeah. Yes. Oh, spider kill, dude. Yeah, dude. Let's do it.
As I am slashing at the nape, Ethereal will crawl underneath along the stomach and proceed to bite it right on the side of the neck.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Blast it.
Ethereal will climb up the stomach, biting into the jugular vein and injecting a huge amount of venom. And it just, you see the arteries just start to corrode as the black veins just start to expand throughout the body, and it suffocates as it just falls flat.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Any movement from Ethereal?
Let's see. Ethereal will just crawl away and start kind of backing up a little bit so that way it doesn't get crushed by the troll.
Okay. We've got Dahlia and then the dire troll.
Dahlia's such.
Okay.
No, she's back. Right? Clarissa?
Yeah, she said she's back.
Oh.
Oh, I was on mute.
It's okay.
Are both is the giant still alive or is it just the troll?
No, the
Endless
giant
is-
just died.
Endless's spider just put the final kill on the second giant, so now you just
No,
have a
no.
troll.
Yes, real.
Yes.
Yes,
Ezreal's.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
Different campaign. It's okay.
You guys kind of act the same in a kind of way, and you have the
And
spider.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so the giant is down.
Yep.
It just died, yeah.
So all we have left is the troll.
That's right.
Yes.
Is the troll close enough to me?
Yes.
Okay, then she's gonna turn her attention to the troll with her great axe and go ahead and make an attack.
Do it.
Make it reckless.
The first one's a 12.
That misses.
Next one is a 19.
Hits.
And for normal damage, that's going to be 15, 16, 17, 18 slashing damage plus the 2d6 fire damage.
Okay. It'll take 9 slashing damage, but does not get reduced fire damage.
And it'll be 9 points of fire damage.
Oh, the reducing of this damage is what's making this guy live so long.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything for your bonus action?
Bonus action, I don't think I have anything else that I can do. No, because I didn't roll a critical, because I've got Great Weapon Master, but it wasn't a critical. So that should be all that she can do.
Great weapon. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Dire Troll. It's looking bleak as it lets loose as it begins to lean itself up and begin to try to regenerate, but can't.
Because of the fire damage?
No, because of Yezreel's dagger.
Dagger
Wow.
of certain death.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It really
Such
makes
a
killing
good
hard.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Holy cannoli.
Oh,
it
it sure does.
It looks down like with a little bit of fear, and is gonna try to recharge its whirlwind of claws. A 5 or 6 recharges it. gets a 2.
Okay,
Oh.
dude, you're a raccoon in a corner, brother.
Raccoon in a corner.
Out of options and unable to run away, it's going to take a multi-attack. The troll makes 5 attacks, 1 bite and 4 claws.
Oh, Jesus
Holy
Christ!
shit!
Holy shit! Here he
Someone
comes!
might die.
Here he comes!
Okay.
The boss is like, I'm about to die, but maybe you will too!
He's gonna pick one person and just beat the shit out of them.
Okay.
Well, who's within range? At the
It's
moment?
going to attack Door because attacks against Door have advantage this turn.
They also have advantage against me.
Okay, we will send 3 claw attacks towards Door, 1 claw and 1 bite towards Cain.
Bring it on, baby. I'm raging. So is Gore.
Yep, so is Door. That is a 15 and an 18 on you, Cain.
15 misses, 18 hits.
Okay, so bite attack hits. It's going to deal.
Silvery barbs.
Oh!
He just looks at it with the
Doesn't even
meanest
fucking
mug.
matter. Doesn't even fucking matter. I
Can't do it.
rolled a 30.
Damn.
What's that?
The troll rolled a 30 for that other roll. So
Oh yeah, you still hit.
yes,
Damn.
But I still get advantage on my next attack.
sure do. Okay, so it's gonna deal 12 points of piercing damage, so 6 on you, and
Okay.
then you're also gonna take some poison damage because he bit you,
Sure.
and you take 3 points of poison damage. And then the other 3 claw attacks are gonna go on Gore. Okay, second attack hit. First attack hits with advantage. Second attack hits with advantage. Third attack hits. And so Gore is going to take 48 points of damage, but halved.
Oof. Oh, right.
Okay.
Damn.
Raged.
So 24?
24. Gore takes it on the chin, doesn't even, her stance isn't even broken. She stays proud.
Oh.
Is it fair to say that Gore's like a little bit of a muscle mommy?
Absolutely she is.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
Hot.
Cain's like, oh yeah.
Well, she's an orc, isn't she?
She is. She's half orc.
Oh yeah.
That's all that the troll can do. Gladdek. The troll is very low.
Dude.
Fuck him up.
We'll
Hold
see. We'll
on.
see.
Aslan, you're on deck.
Right before Gladdek takes his turn, I pull off of the chest after wailing into him for my last attack and kind of front foot back, and I just look over him and give him the look.
The slight nod. You got this.
Gladdek's gonna yell out, "By Moradin's flame!" And you're gonna see the shield that was on Yezreel's arm dissipates, and that flame comes over to his warhammer. So his warhammer is now imbued with Searing Smite.
Nice.
And he's gonna make his attack with Thumper.
Okay,
22 to
that's
hit.
me.
24 to hit, and 25 to hit.
Hits.
I'll also start getting in a sprinter pose.
So, as the first one hits, it's going to do 9 bludgeoning, but more importantly, it's going to do 6 fire damage, and the troll is now on fire.
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna work with me here a little bit, Gladdek. Their first attack is definitely gonna kill him. Use your 3 attacks to describe how you combo attack kill this motherfucker with Cain.
Perfect. So essentially, as that first one kind of like he takes a swipe at the kneecap, and as it like ignites and he lights up on flame, you see the troll start screaming. Taking this opportunity, Gladdek uses his second one to like completely shatter that knee, forcing the troll down to its knees. At which point Cain jumps in.
And right as I get done, I just say, "Flaming Phoenix Strike!" And I just do the whole thing again. I just flip into the air, and because his chin is lower, I just go straight for the chin. And I'll just like fucking front flip into his ass. with
And to
my
combo
bonus.
that, the final Warhammer strike is going to come up to force his head into the axe.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Damn.
As the dire troll is defeated and laid amongst its brethren, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I will say, before we end up here and say favorite parts, there is a belt of hill giant strength. There are 4 usable giant's toes for alchemical ingredients, and 1,000 gold pieces in the form of 100 platinum.
Okay.
Ooh.
You said how many giant's toes? Was it 4?
4. It's a very important ingredient
For
to
potions,
make
right?
for potions to make the potion of giant strength.
Yes.
So you guys can divvy up the platinum how you wish. The 108 ways. I'm not sure how that goes, but there's also a belt of hill giant strength.
So that won't help me because my my strength is already 20, so making it 21 is not going to do anything for me. So if anybody else wants it, you can have it.
Let me see. I would actually, strength is like my main stat, so I actually would like to put my hat in that pot.
Okay.
Sure.
So the belt of hill giant strength will increase your strength score to 21, so it'll plus 5.
Cool. I'll add that. Thank you.
Okay. You'll have to manually change your strength score because I don't think it does it automatically.
What giant was it again?
Hill giant strength.
Okay.
It's the same belt that Zafriel has.
And how many
Got it.
toes did we get?
4.
Cool.
Because of how Gore was able to slice all 4 off with the sneak attack, they're all in great condition.
Perfect. They're like the size of like a large hoagie.
Yeah, well, so like each toe is about the size of like a size 12 shoe. Pretty large.
Sure.
All right, guys.